Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fall Initiative from the Adventures in Initiative. How's it going, everybody?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, come on. The letterbox, really?
Oh,
On the
I
bright
got that
side, this
widescreen going on.
outlay,
Yeah,
this
you got the widescreen
overlay
going.
looks spot on. Looks
Yes.
great.
Oh yeah, the
Agreed.
color scheme is matching.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoever made it,
Hey,
did
there
a
we go.
real good job.
Alrighty.
Are you
So-
complimenting yourself right now?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I did shout you out in last stream that you were the amazing person that did it and
Amazing.
donated your time.
So,
And stuff.
welcome, everybody, to the second day of the Fall Initiative. This is going to be something. It's going to be something new. So for those of you just joining us, we're raising money for a charity called Extra Life. They are a nonprofit organization founded to help kids who are terminally ill or otherwise just kind of bedridden or whatever, to play tabletop role-playing games, video games, to improve their life and give them the extra life that they deserve. So we're raising money for them all throughout this weekend. We started yesterday and we will end on Monday. We've got a lot more tabletop role-playing game content coming for you, but today it is your lovely folks that you see here playing something of an independent creation. See, I found a one-page RPG, an independently created one-page RPG on the one-page RPG subreddit. And I figured that it was fun enough for us to try it out and play it for this charity event today. So I'm going to very quickly, I should have already done this. I'm going to very quickly find this one page on One Page RPGs and link it in the chat as well. This is a system called Sycophats. So basically, it is a 1d6 system hybrid. And I'll explain it more as we get into it. But before we do that, I want to introduce the lovely people that we'll be playing with today. So in whatever order you guys see fit, we have a little bit of an X shape going. If you just want to go top left to bottom right, we can do that. So we have a couple of special guests today. And first among them is
Christian.
Go ahead.
You can call me
Christian.
Christian.
Yeah.
The last name is at Cedrell, as you see. That's my TikTok. It's a play on my name. Anyway, my name's Christian. I'm a friend of these guys. I hop in here and there and play some games with them.
A lot of one pages.
A lot of one pages. Yeah.
A lot of one pages.
What was it we called it? The one page.
The one page wonders.
One page
Oh,
wonders. Yeah, that's right.
That's something that you might get to see a little bit later.
Hopefully. So yeah, anyway, yeah, you can find me on TikTok. I do a lot of random silly stuff, some music here and there. Yeah.
And our other special guest is actually one of the people who is the guy who founded the company who's going to be giving away the special prize at the end of this whole event. If you could please introduce yourself.
My name is Art, and I am the owner of Hexwood Creations on TikTok. We're going to be giving away a dice box, hopefully more dice boxes this weekend.
So if you want to put yourself up for one of those, donate to the link in our info, in the link that I'll occasionally be dropping in the chat.
Mhm.
And if you donate at all, you get an entry. Every $10 after your initial donation, you get an additional entry. So if you want some good stuff from our boy Art here, put yourself into donate to the charity today. Oh, thank you. You actually have
I have a live bar up.
the bar. Yeah.
So we can monitor it.
And
The bar.
if you want yourself 10 additional entries and a thing, I'll explain something that we're going to do for this system specifically. And it's gonna be good as soon as I find the system and drop it in the chat.
What Dippy's referring to is every stream part of this, we try to incorporate donations into the stream itself. So any of the streams you watch, donations may alter the game in different ways.
All right. So the Reddit link that I have just put in the chat and will end up in the description is the post that inspired and created this one-page RPG that we will be playing today. So unless there's any other announcements that we need to get through, are we using tabletop audio at all for this?
We can.
We did yesterday.
I have it currently. What do you think would work really well for this situation?
Let's see.
Describe where we are, Dippy.
Yeah, let me get into this.
I was
So
gonna
I
say
can
go
some
ahead and
really
get
good
into this.
debate music.
There is a so
Just do a Jeopardy theme song.
I don't know why my brain
as
went
the
to
person who
Brady
put
Bunch.
forth this idea, I'm going to be describing the world that we're entering into. I'm going to take the steering wheel for the first part of this journey, but as you're going to very quickly find out, that could change quickly. So, without further ado, why don't we hop in, shall we? The year is 2148. Humans have began and successfully colonized Mars.
Dun, dun, dun.
There are several small settlements on the surface of Mars that have branched out from the initial landing that was put forth by a couple of mega corporations. Put their funding into this program thinking that they could get the first slices of the pie when they ended up there, but their initial tests came back with, well, let's just say adverse results. The first group of people that ended up on Mars in the self-sustaining or self-building colonies, there are okay. The first group that came here was basically guinea pigs. They repopulated up to the point where there are at least 50,000 people living on the surface of Mars. We were smart enough to get by, but not smart enough to get home. So, in the past 100 or so years that we've been developing these colonies, this fine, grand unity of Mars, the first council of members running operations on Mars was put together a few years ago. Put together with basically the highest ranking officials that ended up here to begin with, which was not anyone from any original government from Earth. So we will very quickly individually explain what we were and what we are subsequently as part of this council. And we will go from there. This was the first part of the system, which we pre-rolled, is that all of us have an expertise. And as a result, we have all been granted a ministry from it, or we inherited a ministry from it. For instance, I am Sir Bob King Fisher, chairman of the Winter Olympic Committee. I was sent up here after the last Winter Olympics on Earth, that I was on Earth, because they knew that they weren't going to need me for the next 4 years. So I was the first test group, and when I got stuck, I found out it took a lot of time, but I came to the conclusion that we could use the Martian polar ice caps to host winter sports basically all year round if we wanted. And so I am on this council, representative of winter sports, which you will find as one of the expertises on the Psychic Sycophants page. And I will go ahead. I guess I'll just round robin it with Dadley first.
Hi, I'm Keith. Keith Roy Franklin Jr. I am head department best business bureau of small economics. My dad had this position. He just passed away like 2 months ago, and nobody was qualified to fill it. And they're like, "Well, you have his paperwork," and I'm like, "Yeah, I have his paperwork, and now I'm here." Hi, I just like to help small businesses. That's really my only gig. I'm
so
Keith.
perfect. Oh, this is gonna be so great. Keith, thank you, Keith. Thank you,
and
Keith,
I-
for calling us.
I
Continuing
will,
to still order.
and I will send it off to Jake Jingles.
Oh my god.
Hey, Jake Jingles, Department of Finance, back on the main planet. Got sent out here because I didn't. Well, we don't gotta talk about that. I'm experiencing what they're calling a teaching moment. During my stint here at Mars, I am the chief of receipts. Nice to meet you.
That gave off very Fallout vibes, like angry ghoul from Fallout. Just teaching moment.
I can't help but just think in my head like Jake Jingles, chief of receipts.
Because my money jingles. It doesn't fall. Because we deal in gold and copper, folks. Welcome to my world.
Oh my god.
Imagine doing receipts on slab tablets. We don't do that anymore. But we were there. We were there one day.
Pretty much.
Oh.
So we're very far into the future, but in terms of like level of technology, we're basically at present day Earth technology on Mars. So
we've got
We've
cell
made it.
phones.
We've arrived.
we've arrived.
So we've got cell phones. That's
Yeah.
We
Pretty
found
much.
that,
It took a lot of trial and error with the mining companies that were here, initially digging up like rust dirt, not much else, and trying to deal with the very, very paper thin atmosphere. But we are at, I would say, present day Earth technology, 120 years into the future of Earth on Mars. It's confusing, we know.
I'm gonna toss it.
None
to
of us know what we're
General Lee.
doing. Yes, please.
To General Lee.
Hmm.
My name is General Leader of the International Forward Defense Unit, or IFDU. I'm here to make sure that we're all protected. We've got a safe perimeter, and nothing gets by any of our defense.
All right.
Well said, General.
Keep it short, sweet, and to the point.
All right, who's next?
Professor V, you're left.
Oh, I was gonna do rock paper scissors
Oh, yeah.
with Emerald.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors,
Shoot.
rock, paper.
Scissors. Shoot.
How very
All right, wait,
diplomatic.
wait,
This is a very
wait,
diplomatic
wait.
process
No,
right now.
no.
My next one's gonna
No.
be rock. My next one's gonna be rock. Okay.
Rollies. Rollies.
Okay.
Want a
D6
20 or
rollies?
6?
Well, in
No,
this system,
we can
it's
just do
a
6
D6.
rollies. We can do 6 rollies.
Well, a D6.
I got a 5.
I got a 5 as well.
Oh my god!
This is what we call a stalemate.
I got a 1.
I got a 2. I go first.
Okay, you go.
No, you go first.
Okay. All right. I am Lord Admiral Amory, Lord Admiral of Naval Engineering here on Mars, above Mars. At times, if I'm lucky, before I was just a basic seaman on a ship, and it said some very bad things to my Lord Admiral, to which this is more of a court-martial turned awry, and instead of the brig, I got sent to Mars. It's a long story, but here I am.
We call that a teaching moment.
Teaching moment.
Oh,
So here I am, and my goals are just to help the colonies in the best way possible with elite naval engineering, as we do.
Of course. And last but certainly not least.
Hello, my name is Professor V. I am a mighty intelligent man. I am known for my great knowledge within the aptitude of the law and that of the supernatural. I was sent out here because I would best be able to explain the strange and unexplainable in such a way. We have found very much a supernatural type entities out here. One of them, we do suspect the ideology of aliens that may live among us. And that which is almost truly Cthulhu-esque. He was right, everyone. Yes, Keith.
Wouldn't we be the aliens?
That's a really good point.
I
We are
cannot-
not from.
Confirm nor deny.
I can neither confirm nor deny that situation. I am merely talking about the alien-like
No comment.
species that we are not used to. They have yet to make contact with us.
Chairman, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Since you're trying to keep year-round Winter Olympics, were you able to get Sean White?
Oh.
I got Sean White's great grandchildren. They're not nearly as skilled as their great grandfather.
You would think someone as profound in Winter Olympics and sports in general would have invested into cryo technology.
That's what I was just thinking, considering it's the winter sports.
Well, you know.
Yes.
See,
We,
that's something
we
that
have,
Naval Engineering created. You're welcome.
We have the pods available for our generation. We didn't
We're working
quite
on time
have
travel.
that
It's
for.
a lot of
I
it's
could
a
have
lot
put my
of-
dad in one of those.
Is it true that you had troubles with the financial planning of the energy use not used between planets? The sun doesn't always shine. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing about that. We colonized the bright side of Mars, and then it very quickly became the dark side of Mars, and we've learned how long those cycles are to great effect. Yeah, this is
I have the
That's good.
receipts that there's definitely a little bit of embezzlement happening in that as well, but like I can neither confirm nor deny that that was from the Winter Olympics Committee, nor
That's not the
Naval
important
Committee.
part.
I didn't know it was Jake Jingle's job to be a snitch.
Oh,
That's what
sorry.
my dad-
I didn't
That
know
is
that like
literally within their
telling
criteria.
people
my
what
good one.
happened was
as
snitching.
this ongoing debate continues in the chambers of the Martian Unity Hall, the first council of humankind inhabiting Mars. The red alert begins to go off, and this is where the meat of the matter comes into hand. You have met your council. The first head of this council, the first mighty leader, as the system calls it, is myself, Sir Bob Kingfisher. So it is my job right now to listen to and hear the arguments and solutions whatever this red alert is going to be. And the first red alert I've kind of like, just to get things moving so that we're not randomly hopping into this, is that we have like the closed loop TV of like all of the breaking news and events before it gets sent out to the live populace. And it appears that the first signs of a Martian invasion are besetting the northern wall of the capital colony. And their technology is a little bit more advanced than we thought it was going to initially be. And just to play out the beginning of, and we'll take it in turns as other mighty leaders may or may not be usurped. The head of it appears that the Martians have organized themselves into an oligarchy, and there is a like head ship. There's a head cruiser of 5 that have sent out a transmission to our colony and told us that they're going to imminently invade if we do not respond with to either their demands or evacuate their like quote unquote stolen land. But obviously we could not have possibly known about them because we didn't have any knowledge of them before we got here. So I will very shortly open up the floor to my fellow chairman here, council heads here, to solutions to this problem. and they will try to justify their solutions. And I have a pool of an agreed upon resource dice, which is basically going to be representative of capital that I would be giving to the council members. And they have to roll them whenever I deem their solution fit to purpose, and it'll determine the outcome of whatever they decide. So let's get into this, shall we? The red alert comes over, and we all see this initial live broadcast of an imminent Martian invasion of the capital colony. What are your thoughts?
General
What are
Lee,
your thoughts?
what do your men need for my engineering prowess to handle
Well-
this invasion?
It looks like we might need some enhanced weaponry.
that.
It sounds like their technologies are far above what we expected, and I'm not sure if our forces have adequate attacking power, but our defenses are secure.
So you need missiles.
Do we have the budget for ICBMs?
According to my records, we do not have the budget.
We don't need
for
an ICBM if they're already on our fronts. We
It's
just
what.
need missiles.
Also, do we need ICBMs if we are on one giant
continent.
landmass?
Yeah, exactly.
Also, quick question: do we know what their demands are? Is their demands just leave, or do they have any other demands?
Well, we
I
can't.
will,
So
I will see. Well, let's see what their demands are after an initial round of solutions.
I had a thought. Instead of throwing a bunch of money into weapons that may or may not actually do the job, we could
work
just
for America.
we could just buy their land. We just pay them off. I mean, with the money that you're gonna spend
Okay.
on weapons that may or may not work in the first place.
Argument.
I've heard
Argument.
Hold on. I've heard increased weapon spending. I've heard
Bribery.
I've heard buy the land,
By terrorists.
buy a land buyout.
Yes.
What else? This first
May
bit is
I-
just
it is-
May I
Simple.
take a moment to review my father's notes?
of course.
So what you wish to
Amateur.
do?
Got it.
You literally have a pile of notes there.
I'm like flipping through my notebook as I say that.
October 8th, Stacy made terrible potato salad. I don't think he was writing the right notes in these meetings, guys.
I think
Oh,
you might have the wrong
um,
notes, my friend.
I think you might
So,
have it on.
I was at that party. Stacy's potato salad was terrible. That's
I,
accurate.
I will
Oh, you
not
got an
confirm
invite.
nor
Wow.
deny the state of my mother's potato salad. Is that a political answer?
Should we give them
Everyone has
not
such-
your
We
mother's
could
potato salad?
wait. Question,
as
General
a
Lee.
toxic-like weapon?
How bad did it hurt you? Yes, we could feed them his mother's potato salad.
Wait, that would be really financially
Cheap. It's
reasonable decision
potatoes.
too. It's very we grow potatoes here
We
in our
have-
own urine.
I
Like
can.
that's
And we can weaponize these potatoes.
So I have saboteur diplomacy by way of potato salad, increased defense spending by way of missiles, or
And other
land-
weaponry.
and other weaponry. Increased defense spending, basically, and an overall land buyout. Does anyone
So,
want to put forth a solution
I-
before we get into the argument?
You know what? I'm gonna go with the potato salad. There are some creatures that just find it to be very
Okay,
poisonous
I-
to
and
their
I-
form. So I
we have
will
an
be
allyship
with
between
Keith.
Professor V and Keith.
Yes.
Okay, an alliance between Professor V and Keith.
I'm not on side give them potato salad. Kind of actually, I guess. So we are able to do a lot on this planet with like the lesser gravity of like we've been able to cultivate a lot of really cool crops and even like make up some coffee shops at this point, and maybe we can make some like bartering system with the businesses that we have here that maybe they'd want to trade.
Wait a second.
I think we should give them
Damon
potato salad.
grew potatoes, but only he could eat those potatoes.
Do we have Matt Damon?
This is in the future, bud. Matt Damon existed.
Hold
That
on.
was a historical.
I'll give him a
fact.
call. Bob quickly
He
dials.
definitely would have been cryogenically
Bob quickly dials Matt Damon's
You
phone.
have
thank
to
you.
because
Ring.
everyone knows America spends way too much money trying to save them.
We
yeah,
definitely,
alive.
don't have a Matt Damon because I doubt we have a Dunkin' Donuts up here.
Just a Starbucks.
Hold on.
Just
I'm just gonna say
Definitely
Oh my god. I'm just gonna say if we want a general
I'm
if we
just
want a
going off the
general,
Martian, man.
Success of on a general success of trivial information, I'll set as an overall 10. Can we agree on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like a 10 on a D20?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I rolled an 18. Matt Damon is on the line.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, when
He's
you watch
just
The
like-
Martian, when you film The Martian,
Hey,
you
buddy.
Hey
can-
man, what's going on? And
when you're in The Martian and
in
you're,
the documentary, The Martian.
that amazing documentary you did. You had when you grew potatoes, only
Oh,
you could
yeah,
eat them
way
because
ahead
it
of
was
its
with
time.
your poop.
uh
So it was your E. coli. And that was why you were able to eat it because it would not affect your stomach.
what
Yes. we're not-
actually in the book. I know what I'm talking
Yes, it is. Yeah.
what does this have to do with anything?
I just need to
Amory?
know if anyone else ate those potatoes, would they have potentially died?
I mean,
Counterpoint, we're not using night soil here.
it's
Oh, we would have to,
possible,
it's
but
fine.
what is this about, man?
Don't worry about that. That's above your pay grade, Matt Damon. You're not an admiral. Okay.
Oh,
I just need to answer the
okay.
question. Thank you, sir.
Well, I think that I think that, yeah, the bacteria is spreading. What?
You're amazing. Thank you so
Really
much, sir.
weird question. Hey,
thank you.
wait!
Big fan.
Click, hang up.
I loved you in The
Matt Damon's
Hangover.
no longer on the
I love
line.
that we actually made sense of using potato salad as like an actual form
Oh, yeah.
of weaponry.
I-
Oh,
to
yeah,
take
no.
out them.
So to be clear, I want to use the locally grown things that we have, including potato salad, as a bartering system for the aliens and make them happy with us.
Okay,
So
are we
we've gone from-
poisoning
But are we
them?
poisoning the
Saboteur
potato
diplomacy.
salad?
Bartering.
I am
We've gone
not
from saboteur
poisoning my mother's
diplomacy to
potato
bartering.
salad.
Are
Isn't
we?
it
It was
already?
already poisoned. We already discussed that.
I feel rather than making any kind of aggressive action, maybe we should perform some sort of reconnaissance and see if they're even a threat.
I agree.
I mean, they literally said that they would shoot us if we didn't get off their planet.
That's
And wasn't
fair
it
That
too.
feels like a
established that They
threat.
have like higher
The TV.
capacity
Could all
of
be a
like
ruse.
weapons.
Hold
Could be. We don't know. You know. There
It
are
could all be
there-
a
This-
throughout
deception.
history. This
the
has
TV,
happened.
the live feed is basically saying at this point, that the invasion is imminent. They have already decided that we are a threat and that we
Technically-
are they have viewed us as a threat and they are within
Right.
our viewpoint because like the live feed, there it is, and it points to the TV and the TV just shows like what appears to be very alien looking, like very unearthen technology. Like I imagine a couple of like land walkers mounted with some kind of unknown weaponry on them, and like just a basic hovering ship carrying the five oligarchic generals on it.
So
It's we
listen,
got our recon.
ancestors took out things that big before. All right, they were called mammoths. I studied this.
Oh,
All
don't
right?
forget the dinosaurs.
And
We
no,
didn't kill dinosaurs.
no, we
You know,
no.
I'm still here
Oh.
for.
We
peace.
know the Earth isn't flat. We've left it. We've seen it.
The Earth's
Well,
not
well,
flat.
yeah, it's not flat, but we definitely were alive when there were dinosaurs.
Oh.
That's another conversation.
They helped build the
I
pyramids
would like
from
to-
what I heard.
I would like to interrupt
Yeah.
in this form. If we do the potato salad thing, it could act as a slow poisoning essence, which means through the generations they will become stupider and stupider, and thus more willing to work with us. As
Okay, do we
use
have
it
that
as
amount
a
of
peaceful.
time, Professor?
I believe
I
we do.
feel like we're all kind of in agreement of bargaining, right?
Yeah, we use the potato
Generally,
salad
were
as
you
a
up for
type of-
bargaining? Because I don't know. if it was
This
a
is
bargain.
your idea, one way or the other.
I'm down for
You-
bargain. I suggest we
How
money.
about
The
you
other members of the
Dippy.
cabinet have. Yes.
Why don't you split the dice between the two, between the two
I
of
would
us? and
generally
That's what
vote
I'm.
for
That's what I'm
Separately.
debating on right now. Is I'm like.
Can we
I
get
would
like a
generally
quick
recon.
rundown of like what are the actual
Yes,
ideas?
that's what I'm. That's what I'm hauling us back to.
Yes.
So, I
I-
need to hear an argument for the land buyout next. I've heard plenty
I think we've
for
lost that one.
no, like
Oh, my-
Jingles, chief
yeah.
of receipts.
Yeah, so I'm Jake Jingles again.
Hi,
the Department of-
Jake.
the
We all
Department
know
of
each-
Finance. Okay, I just want to make sure that everybody knows I'm a chief of receipts. So make sure that you're
We know
keeping your
I had
receipts,
to
'cause-
clear you to get the Snickers.
Yes.
Keith
I had to
lodges
return my
Professor
Twix
B.
because
Who's
I'm
that
allergic
guy?
to caramel. Okay, it's not a big deal. So yes, I think that it would be useful to, as they did in the old days, just pay people who are mad at you, and they just leave you alone until they want more money, and then
That's
you
the
have the
coward's way.
weapons.
Listen,
Then you have the weapons to destroy them when they
Jake
come back.
Jingles, how do we know
No.
that they have our same currency?
Exactly.
We don't.
So how do
But-
we know
So
that they have
paying does
value?
absolutely nothing. This is
But
why we
everyone
need
eats.
to trade the potato salad to be able to give it to them.
Everyone eats and everyone takes bullets.
Yes. So I
Is
was with you for a
everybody
second. I am with Jake Jingles. Sorry, I'll do them. Jake, I think me and you should team up because like we don't know if they take our currency.
Just realized
So
Keith
the
is
money
Morty.
that you're willing to spend to bribe them can go to our local businesses and whatnot for their product, and then yeah, they need to eat, and like maybe they'll like coffee or very a good, well-seasoned potato salad.
Arguably, we could also make them think our currency is better than their currency, as
I
has been
don't-
done in most of human history.
Okay.
What
But
if
they're
they
smarter
don't
than
have
us.
a currency?
Are
They're
they
smarter
though?
than-
Just
look
because you
at-
have
yeah.
better technology doesn't mean that
If
you're
they're so
smarter.
smart,
I mean,
Jake
I'm pretty
Jingles.
sure that
technology.
is exactly what that
Jake
means.
Jingles, how about this? What if they don't have a currency? What if all of it is within trade and the good that
can't-
they bring?
I mean, you can't have a society with that much technology and not have currency.
What if they're communist?
Maybe they've evolved past needing a currency.
Yeah, maybe they figured that out.
All right.
Also, this music reminds me of Interstellar. I'm just saying.
By the
I mean,
way,
it's
I
sad.
And I'm
found
gonna
the
have
two
to, I'm gonna have to
sounds that
pivot
is
and agree with you on that.
Star-based Omega and the Red Planet is the sounds
Oh,
on
it's
here.
perfect.
Because no joke, this background just reminds me of like one of the speeches in Interstellar, and I'm like, oh.
Wait, so is Jake teaming up with me now?
Jake is pivoting to be like, my idea doesn't work. I'm backing off.
Okay.
So
Join
Jake,
our side,
you
Jake.
wanna-
Be one of
yeah,
us.
join bargaining of like
I'm-
the
I'm
money
here
you were gonna
for-
put forth.
It's close
We
enough
can
to keep
target.
receipts. We just
Generally,
keep track of what
are
has
you-
been
are
given,
you-
what
are
has been
we
had.
in
I am
agreement with
here for the
recon
potato salad
and technology,
movement.
or just recon.
I can't
I'm
believe
trying
we
to
have an
figure out what
ally
General
already.
Lee wants.
I will say.
Listen,
for
it
the
makes
purposes
sense
of-
actually when you think about it.
I will say, for the purposes of this, let me explain the mechanics of how this is going to get solved when I come to that decision.
Okay.
As the mighty leader, this is above table. As the mighty leader, I am appointing
mighty
resource die.
I
I am appointing resource die to the minister that I like the solution of the most. And they have to roll above a certain number in the system. It is they have to roll a 6. If I give them one die, they have to roll a 6. If I give them multiple, that can help them out a little bit. But I'm giving resource die to ministers who have the best solutions in my own reasoning. So the way that I want to do this right now, until I hear the argument for the increased defense spending, is that if you want something initially done before the resource die decision is made, we can roll that on the same success or failure of a 10 of a d20. Like, this is not specified within the system, but this is getting deeper than this is getting deeper than that. So
Dippy's
Uh,
rules.
Like if I wanted to find out if they use our currency.
just a little tweak to the
Just a
system.
little dippy
Go
rules.
support the independent system itself. I've already linked it, but let's do this. Initial recon has been thrown around multiple times by the
Right.
defense people. So I want.
So also another argument for this defense spending is whether or not they take the potato bribe. We'll call it that. for now.
Yeah. Let's call it
Okay.
Operation Potato Bribe.
Operation Potato. If they take the potato bribe, recon is always a good thing to have on your neighbors and whether they're enemies or not, to know their capabilities and how they could help you or potentially be a threat. Also, having strong defense is never a bad thing. Sure, we can fight them off for a certain amount of time, but who's to say the potatoes are going to keep them satiated forever? So this isn't just planning for now, but for the future.
Counter argument: it would be awesome if it didn't keep them satiated, because then they'd come back, and now we have a trading ally.
Yes. Which again,
Then we can
if
impose
that
tariffs.
works, I'm not saying no potatoes. I'm not arguing against potato
And
salad.
then they can enter into our
Wait,
way of.
I'm not
Sorry.
arguing against potato salad. Okay, what I'm arguing for more military spending.
Sir, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
How about I make it so you are still able to do your thing when we do the potato salad? It makes
That's
it
all I'm
easier
trying to do.
recon a enemy when you make them a friend.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
if
However,
the potato
having
salad,
proper
let me-
technology and funding to feed recon
Yes.
in the first place is going to make them more efficient.
No. Listen to me. We start the trade with the potato salad. We increase trade in certain ways. Import them into our currency. Therefore, we do not take it.
If
and
that
then,
works.
And
That's
then,
an if.
and if granted, we have good chances here.
We don't even know really what they eat.
I mean,
They may
obviously-
only
These
eat. They
are
may
all
very
very
be.
good points.
They could be purely carnivore.
I mentioned earlier that I said not everybody probably has to eat.
And I agreed with you, Jay.
Because they didn't
But the
grow,
thing is that we
have
have
not seen
more
evidence of growth.
How about
They
this?
have. We haven't seen any plant.
How
life
about
here.
we
So to our
increase-
knowledge, they don't eat plants.
How about we expand it
gold.
from the potato salad because it seems like that is not too simple
Well,
of
I
a.
kept saying
Order!
just all
Order!
the things that we
Order!
grow here.
What if we stop thinking it is
calling
just
to
the potato salad because not everybody eats potato salad, yes, but it is opening trade and showing
I
a benefit
understand
within that. And then as we have, now we begin to mix with the new citizens and such like that. We create this joint bond between them, and then we can begin to spy upon them. We gain their technology and grow as a society.
It's a
and
very
create
beautiful
better.
sentiment,
And then,
but it's not
but
guaranteed.
because you're
This is
able to
all-
do that, you
This is
can
all
then
hopes
be
and
able to
dreams.
spy upon them, and then you gain the expertise and the technology that you wish for.
This is all very long-term, drastic measures for something that
is,
we
and
really
what-
need a
right
solution
now,
for right
if
now.
we
I
blow
feel like
them
I'm
up
the
to
only-
smithereens,
Then we
they're
go
gone.
for peace,
Okay.
my good man.
Okay.
War does
so-
not need more.
So Professor V, here's how I'm understanding it right now.
I
Professor
choose.
V,
I choose
you want
peace.
to
They're choosing.
diplomatize with them?
Yes,
I
and
So-
as keeper of law, I'd be quite good at that.
What if they're
Okay.
slavers?
We could open up a diplomatic channel.
I can tell you this, that I have not seen through my studies, because I have been studying the extraterrestrial life and the study of it. Slavery, slavers do not seem not to be a thing.
I haven't seen in my studies a bad potato salad.
General Lee begs to differ.
I also agree that bartering and trade would be a better solution in that they would both not
Right.
shoot us now and potentially not shoot us later.
So we
Or they
have-
could just take what we give them
So-
and shoot us anyway. What's
So
stopping
as
we
I
them
go
come
from doing
to
that?
into-
understand it,
Trust.
Bob
They
looks
could
down
be
at his
savages.
desk.
We don't know.
Bob looks down at his desk and places the hammer down. So as far as we know,
Hi, Chairman.
thank you, Keith. I love you, Keith. Ah,
Is there a relationship underneath this cabinet?
No, I just wish my dad said that.
It's okay.
Samesies.
Professor V,
You gotta bug
You guys,
out.
this is a show for children.
we want to open up. We want to open up.
I haven't sworn yet.
We need a solution for this. Professor V wants to open up a diplomatic channel for discussion of peace. Keith wants to open up a trading channel.
And I
For the
think Jake
possible-
Jingles is on my side.
Yes, Keith and Jake want to open up trading channels
I'm
in
within
order
that group
to
as well.
establish a business relationship.
There's peace within the trading channels. That's basically what I'm. So I'm with them.
I'm not against it. I just think that it should not be our sole option.
Yes, and Lord Admiral Amory and General Leader want to increase defenses. We have very limited resources
Let
here,
me also not
and
point
I
this
like
really
these
quick,
ideas
Chairman.
so far. Why don't we just go ahead and send
Supreme
out?
Leader, I would like to also put this right now. They are at our door currently. What would increased spending of our defenses do anything to us that we can create right now? We have only what is at our fingertips, which is peace, trade, and creating community.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I was trying to get to.
Oh,
was
okay, cool.
The increased defenses, like, are we pulling out all of the stops for the initial solution? What is your initial solution? They are at our doorstep.
I have
We've
an
been-
idea.
We've been training militia throughout all of the colonies currently. All we have to do right now is mobilize and put forth any extra resources that we have from every other source to push forward for our defense unit.
Okay. Immediate
Wait,
mobilization
you wanted
versus diplomatic trade.
Hold.
So you want to sacrifice
Wait.
young men and women?
Yes.
People are it's safe to think that people are gonna die either way.
Regardless, yes.
People die.
People are gonna
every day.
die. Exactly. You argued my point for me.
But we do not need to force death upon others.
So I have a solution
Mm-hmm.
I think could help everyone here. We use General Lee's special forces with Keith's mama's potato salad. We use them as diplomats. Well, I say that with the air quotes. We get them in there. We might be able to set if they are successful in doing in diplomatic relations. Awesome. If they're not, well, we blow them up from the inside. Sacrifice for the greater good.
So plan B is that if the diplomatic relationships do not take place, then we take out all the generals at once.
Okay.
Exactly.
I
Here's
will
how-
shake my hand to that.
Yes.
No, I lost an ally.
No, that is a combining
This
of
is a
each
combining of minds.
It is
This is true
combining-
government.
Okay.
This
It's
is true
combining
government.
both
Listen.
things.
This is
Listen.
true government.
Listen, guys.
It is
listen.
making
I
a
have a
midpoint.
question.
I am okay with that midpoint.
Order.
I will throw money at
Order
your
in the
election.
chambers. Order in the chambers.
Jake Jingles.
I am this close to my decision. Yes, Jingles.
Thank you. I just want to question: do the individuals you plan to send on this diplomatic mission who have been trained as part of your martial force, do they have diplomacy training?
Yes, they're special forces that know how to talk to people.
Okay, but do they know how to talk to people like cops know how to talk to people, or they know how to talk to people like?
They know how to
diplomat
blend in
talk?
they know how to blend in. They do what is called
are aliens.
psyops. Yes, they learn
And where
very
did you
quickly.
and where did you collect these individuals from? Our standard workforce?
Volunteers, as all of our military force is.
Volunteers are good. At least they know what they're doing when they volunteer. They know what they're signing up for when they volunteer.
Our
I
entire military
volunteered to
force
be
is
a
a volunteer
firefighter. I have this cool bird now.
Volunteer fireman. Sorry, man. That just I had to get that out. I had to get that out.
I just want to state for the record that if this goes south, we should know that it was probably a diplomatic failure.
If there's a diplomatic failure, then we blue up the
Right,
generals
special
anyway.
forces.
That's
Alright.
plan B.
I know.
We
Chairman?
don't need a
Future
plan
rep.
B with potato salad like these.
All right, Supreme Leader.
Yeah.
Hi, Supreme Leader.
I think
Yes.
it's time to choose.
Yes.
Like Keith is Morty
But
with like a little bit
To
of
be honest,
Here-
I think we have found a middle.
Here is my decision. Here is my decision. I am going to give 2 resources. 2 resource die worth. 2 Amory. I'm giving you 2 resources worth, and I am giving 1 resource worth to Keith.
Oh,
Is that enough for his mama to make enough potato salad?
That is
my mama's not giving you her
and
potato
allow
salad.
allow me to explain.
We need it.
Allow me to explain.
Your mother's being called upon
Dippy-
by this.
Dippy, I
colony.
want to remind you of the rules that if we fail, then we have to vote. Then we vote you out. So it is better for you to give more resources.
This is
to
Oh,
what
no,
I
but
mean.
that-
This
there
is
is
what
a
I'm
thing.
getting
Win.
to.
Oh, okay.
What
That
I'm
is
getting
actually
to.
mentioned
Okay,
in the
cool.
rules, though, to like not do that.
What? Did
To
I-
like, to not make it your bet, like to not do it in your favor so that you stay chairman. That's kind of like one of the things in parentheses. in
Yeah.
the rules. Like,
Okay.
just do it fairly.
Okay.
Go.
So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give 2 resource die to Amory. I'm going to give 1 to Keith. Here's my reasoning. Amory has a very solid initial contact plan using volunteer forces to go in and open up a diplomatic channel with the alien leaders, the Martian leaders.
Yeah, we're the aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost used
The one
native.
resource die for Keith is so that they can be equipped with the diplomatic items of this exchange.
So,
So
I
your
fail.
your failure does not prevent Amory's plan from going forward,
Mhm.
but your success does reinforce Amory's plan, like by tenfold, I believe.
Okay.
That is how I
trying
am
to
choosing
think
to
as
interpret
Keith,
this.
If he would, I'm trying to think as Keith if he would want to win that way though,
Yeah.
because Keith is very much against this bringing guns idea. Okay, well I'll roll it.
All right. So we come to order. We come to order. So the plan is set into place. The council votes on having a diplomatic discussion with the imminent invasion. And the channels have opened up with the initial plans going into place. Keith, as the chairman of the Best Business Bureau, describe
He's the best.
using the
employee.
result you just got and telling the
No, I was saying like yes.
Okay,
that is
no,
me.
sorry.
Like,
Yeah, no, okay. With your result at the end of your explanation, describe what your department, the Best Business Bureau, does in preparations for this imminent invasion.
So the Best Business Bureau really gets our boots on the street. You ready? We're running door to door to every single business I can get my hands on that are making the products that make Mars great for the first time.
Mars great or our colony great?
Mars great.
Mars great.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
And we are able to gather a real nice collection, almost like a welcome basket of the best products Mars has to offer, from just the best businesses, real mom and pop shops, real support in them, with my 6 of a roll.
Oh!
I was hoping it rolled
It's
to
a
me because
success.
I was hoping it rolled to me because I had to decide. I rolled an 8 and I had to decide
What do you mean,
which
roll?
way I
Okay.
wanted to
How
go.
do you
about
roll
this.
8? It's just a
here's-
d6, my guy.
Because I
I
had-
gave him 2
No, you don't
resources.
add
me
them
two.
together.
No, you don't add. It's all separate, my guy.
No,
you
you
just
add
need a
them
6
together.
on the
No.
die.
I know
No,
that. I'm
you-
saying though, I rolled higher than a 6. I
Okay,
rolled
this is what
a
I
little-
yeah, this is
Okay.
what we were gonna come to. So
And I was just like, how would I rolled a D4 to go, well, did it go diplomatically or did we blow him to smithereens?
this is what I'm talking about.
Wait.
This is what I'm getting to. I promise this is gonna make
He
sense.
already got a 6. You're
So
good.
Keith got a 6. So that success means you pocket that
Yeah.
resource die that I have given you. That is yours to keep. And I will say now that if you can use that for a future, you can use that as like a future help in your resources
Mhm.
if you would like, and you
Or
can
we use
cut
it to
deals with you can cut deals
Oh,
with that resource die
we can
to
barter
improve chances of future decisions being successful.
it. Ooh.
But keep in mind, if that puppy rolls less than a 6, if that is involved in rolling less than a 6, it gets discarded back to the initial.
Is that how
rank.
that works? We do lose it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh.
It's, I think if I remember right, it's a 4 or a 5. You keep it, but it's a fail.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
4 to 5. You
Yeah,
still
depending on
pocket
what
it.
you roll. Yeah, depending
Yes.
on what you roll.
Well, in total, yeah. If you get a 6, you
Yeah.
pocket it and you're successful. If you get a 4 or 5, you pocket it.
No,
but
here's
So,
what I'm gonna
real
do.
quick, I need to understand a little bit of the. So you actually calculate all the dice together.
Yes. So here's how
Okay, I
I'm
thought it was
interpreting
each dice was
this. Here's
separate.
how I'm
Got it.
interpreting this. Here's how I'm interpreting this. I've given Amory 2 resource die. The total roll across those die determines the outcome of success.
Okay.
The
so I read it very
individual
different.
rolls on the dice
Or if I keep it.
determine what
Okay.
happens to the die.
Right.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
what did you roll on each individual die?
I rolled a 6 and a 2.
So the
Ooh.
2, you have to
Goes away.
discard that
Sure. Yep,
resource
and I
back
keep the
to
6.
me.
That's
And
totally
you can
fair.
keep the 6 as you can keep the 6. All right. Does that all sound good? This
Makes
is how
sense
we're
to
going
me.
to that's
Yeah.
how we're going to
Got it.
work these going forward.
Got
I think
it.
it's solid.
And with 2 successes, I get to stay in power for now.
Hey, Mom, can you make the potato salad?
So
Do I have to
Amory,
decide- Do I have to
we
decide?
given
set
the
up
given the fact that
military-
given the fact that you've already rolled an 8,
Let me see.
I will
I'm gonna
say-
roll okay.
I will say that this was a success.
Yeah.
So I will leave it up to you
Mm.
to describe how the diplomatic encounter goes in as much detail as you would like. Because it was successful.
Christian, the player, is very happy with this roll. Lord Admiral Amory is torn.
Yeah.
So, it diplomatically went smoothly. They actually, our
Describe
men,
the
our
encounter
men and
details,
women.
man. Details.
Okay, so we sent our forces forward. Just a small fire team of 4, 2 men, 2 women, just to really express, hey, here's humanity, right?
Mhm.
They were accepted onto the floating craft. They were just beamed up like Scotty.
I don't know why, but you told me it was supposed to look as weird as possible, and I keep imagining this spacecraft as a styrofoam cup. Just a giant
I mean, that's pretty
styrofoam
weird.
cup.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
That's
weird.
That's very nope.
Yeah.
It's a very
Yeah.
nope vibe. Weird alien.
So they get on board, and the aliens actually have the ability to understand us and speak back through technology. Just automatic translations, way better than Google has, and so far, maybe in 120 years in the future, but and they are able to get them to eat and start to open more discussion for trade. I can't say they guarantee the trade routes or anything like that, but they definitely open their minds up to, okay, maybe they're not so bad. Maybe we can work with them, and staved off an imminent attack. No harm, no foul. Nobody died. They shared potato salad. Although I'm not sure if it was poisoned. So
it was not. And there was
Okay.
more. There was coffee and carrots, and
were there cranberries in that potato salad?
there's cranberries in the potato. So the potato salad has cranberries, a little bit of the CBD gummy bears. It has whipped cream on top of it.
Oh, you're one of those people that push marshmallows on your yam.
As long as it doesn't,
Hey, wait, hold up. Are you
as long as
talking?
it doesn't have
Whoa.
any, as long as it doesn't have any types of grapes, because I've been not told that they have an allergic reaction with one
Are
of
they
the
related to
vitamins.
canines?
Oh, yeah, like dogs.
Yeah.
But there was also like coffee, and there was like little cupcakes that had like "Go Mars" written on them.
Can I just be honest with you guys for a second? I
selling
thought
them
this
swag.
was all in, like the potato salad. No, I forgot that we gave them a basket. I was like, this is no wonder
did
her
too.
potato
I
salad
thought they were all
No, I
sucks.
did
potato
too. I
salad
did
too.
too. I did too.
I was
Oh,
taking
God.
it as completely potato salad.
Yeah.
But I forgot that you got like a whole gift basket
Yeah.
together.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
welcome
it
basket of
actually
all the
went
homegrown
off
goods.
pretty much without a hitch, and it even opened the doors for potential future endeavors together
Mhm.
for trade.
See,
Bum, 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 bum,
Turns out these
bum,
aliens
bum,
are just a
bum,
bunch of
bum.
good boys.
Hello, and I'm Chip Kipper with your Martian News at 9. Today's top story: diplomatic relations with the Martians have opened up successfully. With a gift basket brought forth by Lord Admiral Amory's special forces presented to the Martian invading force, diplomacy is at hand. Trade talks have already been opened up with the colonies and the Martian leadership on the dark side of Mars. It appears that we have a statement from Lord Admiral Amory himself. We will cut live to that situation now. Hello, Chip. I am Tom Tipper for Martian News. We are here with Lord Admiral Amory after their successful talks of diplomacy and peace. Amory, can you tell us a little bit more about how this how this desperate plan of action actually managed to succeed?
Well, I mean, in all honesty, it's all thanks to General Lee's men. We ensured the training. General Lee had the people already trained. It was a joint effort between both military forces, and also the Best Business Bureau.
Hello. Hi, Lord.
And a meeting of all the ministries together. It was a joint effort. I'm very proud to say that it was a great success. Nobody got hurt yet. I say yet. We don't know too much about them, but that's another discussion for later.
We know they have good taste.
Arguable. All right.
Thank you, Lord Admiral Amory. Back to you, Chip, for Martian news. Thanks, Tom. It appears that
no.
it appears that the future of Martian relations.
Oh
There we
no.
go.
It appears
Sorry,
that the
everything
future
froze.
of Martian relations is bright ahead. And now for sports. And Socrates.
And now back to the Winter Olympics again.
Yeah, the Winter
Shaun
Olympics
White's
again.
great granddaughter.
Shaun White's I will say that this crisis has been averted.
Before the next meeting, can I speak to General Lee?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Generally, I just wanted to apologize for my misguided perception of your unit's capabilities.
That's quite all right. It happens from time to time. We make rash judgments.
I am happy to have been pleasantly surprised and will not underestimate your forces in the future.
Thank you kindly.
I want everyone to know that when this was going down, the Lord Admiral was watching everything from head cams. He was trying not to poop his pants.
Yeah.
He was absolutely terrified.
Oh yeah. This is
Yeah, during the quick recess as well, Keith is just gonna like go up like Professor V.
Just
I just want to say my mom's single now.
Oh dear.
Oh, I never knew.
She got that potato salad that can
She
save
makes
the
really
planet.
good potato salad, and I don't know.
Potato
I don't
salad.
live with her anymore, but if somebody
didn't your
could go
father
check on
die
her,
like last month?
that was like 2 months ago.
Wait, how long ago were those notes?
Those notes are
2 months ago?
those notes are from 2 months ago.
Was the potato salad on the last one he had?
No, there's one more note after it. 8 leftover potato salad.
Mm,
Well, let's hope their stomachs are strong.
So Professor V, she's single, just so you know.
I'll pass.
Oh, okay. I didn't think you would tell me that right to my face, but I appreciate the honesty. I'm gonna go
Bob-
grab a coffee.
Bob will just
Hey,
like
buddy,
step
it's
down
okay.
from-
Some other. I'm just not the marrying type.
Bob will step down from the head head.
I'm a
trim
man of
stand.
much charisma. I do not settle.
He will just like go over to. Just go-
So wait, Professor V
Amazing.
spins around and still looked at him and said, "Yeah, pass."
I just want you to think. I just want to address. I'm a man of much charisma. Is a sentence that a charismatic person would never say.
Oh.
It is wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's hot in this room.
Oh, this is incredible.
Alright, so
Oh,
Bob
that's why
steps
it's hot
down.
in this room. Oh, it feels so good.
So with that sample out of the way, I believe. Are we coming up on a point? We had a point earlier where
I think we're
a
planning on
prior
taking a
engagement
break.
was going to pull one of us away.
7:45. So we
We have
still
a little
got
bit
like
of time.
30 minutes. Yeah,
We at least
So
have time to
about 20
discuss it.
we can
okay.
discuss another one.
So, I will now turn over to the kerfuffle rules of the system itself. Where a randomly generated kerfuffle will be our next point of order for solutions to be gained from these departments.
Is this
Wait,
like a
these
year
are-
later?
I will say, yeah, I'll go ahead and.
Well,
give it
wait,
to
no,
those.
it didn't even have to be because it says upcoming national crises because we're psychic.
Yes.
So it doesn't even actually
Oh.
have to be a thing.
That's the
now.
whole point.
Right, I know. I'm
Yeah.
letting them know though.
Yeah.
That, like,
I didn't realize we're psychics because they
Yeah,
they
psychic
say right there.
sycophants.
Psychic
Yeah.
and psychic.
psychic sycophants. So we're telling our colony, hey, this is a problem.
Yeah.
It's
This
going
is
to be a
basically
problem.
we've got the Enigma machine decoder,
Boom.
but what are we doing with and it comes up with this problem. What are we doing about it?
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So that is the system. Let us continue to play it as such. And with
I
and
love
like I
this
said, with
I do too.
I'm gonna stick with one resource
The
die
vibes are crisp.
pulls for future decisions.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna stick with one resource die pulls for future decisions because I re-looked at the rules and I was like, oh yeah, that's yeah.
So you don't put them together. It's just all separate.
No,
if
the
you-
leader then chooses how many dice to allocate between.
Yeah.
Purpose.
If I no,
Minimum
I'm
of
saying
one.
I'm going
Oh,
to
I understand what you're saying.
I'm gonna stick with
you're
one
choosing to
die.
stick to one. Okay.
because we rolled like 2 really good things and
Yeah, we
he's-
did.
Yeah, watch the rest
he's
of these
on a
be
high.
one.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah. I still reserve the right to give 2 if I really want
Yeah.
something to work.
Oh no, I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying. I get you.
All right, so
Yeah, because if you wanted, you could have gave all 15 at that time.
time passes on the Martian surface. Martian trading allocations are a little rocky at first. They send in their initial scouts with translators and basically have like craft to say, okay, we're here to pick up like a shipment of X, Y, and Z, and we're able to provide like the first basic shipments over to them as an initial with like an 8 as an initial beginning to the success, as an initial beginning to the trades being opened up. It is a well averted crisis. The people of a colony and the native people of Mars begin to see each other as equals in big air quotes because of trade being opened up and interplanetary connections just being formulated.
Whoa! Who said we letting him go to Earth?
No. Interplanetary being like we are Earthlings on Mars.
Oh, I'm like,
I didn't want to
uh-oh.
say interspecies.
Well, but no, I
My
was
good
just
man,
like, I was
we
like,
are the
uh-oh.
invaders.
I was, uh-oh, did we screw up? Like,
No.
did we
No,
just send them to Earth?
No.
No, we got
Yeah.
Martian
I'm
Manhunter
sorry.
now.
Oh man, I love
Martian Manhunter. We showed them Martian Manhunter at one point. They weren't big fans. They
Yeah,
thought it was bad
You can't
representation.
transform. We don't like him. We are oily skin. It's
Also-
fine.
They're like, also, why the heck does it make sense that we'd be afraid of fire? This is the hottest planet that you could live on.
Yeah.
Like this is like it's red, it's hot, it's a desert.
And then when they don't like that, we show them Marvin the Martian.
Isn't Venus hotter than Mars?
This is
No,
hotter than
Yes, Venus is, yeah.
It's
Professor
just
V is a lore keeper, not
Professor,
not
are you
a not a
fraud?
weatherman.
Hey, listen,
Professor
I
Fraud!
realized halfway through that I screwed up, but decided, you know what?
I'm gonna ride with it.
I'm gonna
You know
ride
what?
with
In
it.
this canon now?
That fits.
No, Venus is actually quite cold for some reason.
We roll to see if
It's
it's
because the
canon.
cloudy atmosphere.
I got a 5. It's canon.
Oh my god.
Lore keeper Professor V incorrectly believes that Mars is the hottest planet with
No, I didn't say
life.
it was the hottest. It's just hot. So it doesn't make sense that they'd be afraid of fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
I thought Mars was colder than Earth.
It is. Well, let him think. Let him think.
He crushes
It's
both
further,
of you,
it's
alright.
further away from the sun.
I know, but
That
it's
doesn't
also like it's atmospheric
But
pressure
that's why
creates.
Pluto's so cold.
That's incredible.
It's out of the Goldilocks
Can
zone.
we
It's a
not
little
focus
different.
on my screw-ups right now, please?
There's
we
a
move
whole
on?
other thing. I don't want to get into.
I don't
Time
want your
passes.
failures.
And then Mars.
Time passes.
Hi, remember to donate, please. Okay.
Please,
Go to the
please.
link.
I've put the link in chat a couple of
Get
times.
you, get you a chance to get a really sweet dice box, man.
Yeah. Also for the children.
Yeah.
Do it for
Yeah,
the
I mean, honestly, it's for the
children.
children.
You're not selfish if you do it for the dice box.
You're
Take the
not,
bribe.
You're
because the
not.
kids are still getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
this is a win-win.
So, time passes. Eventually, I'm gonna say that to tie this into the psychic part, we do get a central machine that will bring us our further red alerts. So that was a little bit of a preamble.
Okay.
All right. And I
heard
think
about
this
these
is gonna
VCR
be
tapes
good.
before.
VCR.
My brain heard CCR tapes, and I was like, bro, why are you bringing in credence into this?
Oh my god.
There is a bad moon rising.
All right.
So, I will randomly generate our next kerfuffle right now. All right, I got a 4 and a 3.
A 2 and a 1.
Oh, yes.
I have rolled for the random
don't have it
kerfuffle, and I will
wow.
introduce it as such.
What? How
Oh,
does that
no.
make sense?
A couple months go
no.
Oh,
by.
it makes sense. And
A
this
couple
is
months go by.
glorious.
And eventually, another red alert comes on that pulls everybody into the meeting room. And it basically advertises the next general, it predicts the next general emergency as such. The Martian trading has been going well, but it appears that some rebellious Martian artists and political activists have been creating propaganda against the Earthlings and are going to create a widespread anti-Earthling message that claim, and I quote, the surface of Mars is warming up because of Earthling human intervention.
Oh,
It
they're
is
probably
causing
right.
it is causing an environmental it will cause an environmental disaster if nothing is done about it. Now keep in mind, this is propaganda
Yes.
about an environmental disaster.
Now, see, I tried
Caused
to tell
violence.
you it was going to be a problem.
It's like
Did
6
I not?
kids.
This is a great opportunity for our PR.
Is it?
It
You
is.
try to buy them off, and they're going to
Oh.
say, we're just trying to silence them.
Oh no, we funnel money into projects.
Funneling money.
Hold on, into projects to reverse the warming of the planet, when really we're putting that money into our own pockets.
I love that we're all like actually evil.
Didn't you
Except
mention?
for
Didn't
Keith.
You
you
said
mention
we're supposed to
something?
suck at this.
What about
Didn't-
Keith is evil?
I said except for Keith.
Oh, okay.
Or you know, you could use it for your military funding, right? We could claim that you're building missiles to
Like,
shoot
look
into
at
the
me,
sky
I'm
that
petting
will
a
cool
cat.
the atmosphere.
You're pretty evil. For that. But didn't you say something earlier about embezzlement?
I never did anything with embezzlement.
But
I don't know
you
what you're
saw?
talking about.
Are you sure? Because
It's
you just were talking about
the
embezzlement.
tagline
Well,
of the game.
I'm just saying
Chairman Bob,
that
Yes,
if it's-
Keith. You.
this moment's very stressful. Can I take a second to step out?
No, Keith.
No.
very
Keith-
unprofessional.
Keith
Keith.
goes
Time to nut
outside
up,
the
Keith.
door.
I just point to the corner to Keith, go to your corner.
Keith goes in the corner and pulls out his cell phone.
Oh boy.
Oh, hello?
Hey, no phones in the chamber. Hold
Matt.
on.
Matt Damon?
Oh,
Matt Damon? Are you
This
there?
is just a comfort call.
Matt Damon?
it's Matt Damon and then Keith's mom
G-
dating now.
GM, is Matt Damon there? GM, can I call Matt Damon?
Hey, how did you get his number? Did you steal it from the records after we
Who
called
was
him
that?
last time?
That's
Okay.
espionage, baby.
Excuse me, Matt Damon?
Actually, after the success that he had with the trade, Matt Damon gave him his number.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
like,
there you
dude,
go.
your potato
just wanted to-
salad.
I
I
got
just wanted to call
Uh,
and let you know my mom's single.
I got a
I'm trying to keep my
10.
mom up with these
Oh, that's
No.
a success.
That's a success.
so
Yeah.
Matt Damon picks up. Hey, what's going on,
I
Keith?
just want look. Just there's some stressful stuff going on, and I want to
Matt
let you
Damon.
know that my mother is single.
Matt Damon.
Keith,
Yeah,
you know I love you, buddy.
yeah.
There's no way. There is no way in. Why
Nobody
is my
likes
bleep
mom.
button not working?
No.
My dad didn't even like my mom.
Okay.
My dad really likes Saving Private Ryan.
Matt is just like, Keith, you know I love you, buddy. There
I
is
have to get back to this business.
that I'm
like-
going to date your mom. And he hangs up.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, wait, can we
Anyway.
roll to see if he accidentally had that on speakerphone or not?
Here, can I roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're gonna
Do I want
use your.
high or low?
Below a 10 is a failure. Is your definition of a failure? Above a 10 is your definition of a success.
So I rolled a 2. So that was like that wasn't on speakerphone. That was connected to the Bluetooth in the speaker in the middle of the table.
Bob is like just trying to start the meeting. Like, all right, we have a new. There is no way. Like, and it's just the speakers go.
And Keith comes back to the table and just like, all right, so what's going on?
Hey Keith, what's your mom's name?
Stacy.
Oh, is your grandma still alive?
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
She's single.
No,
What's she
no,
doing?
they're still together.
Oh, that's
Got
a
it going
shame.
on?
I mean, she's a baker. She helps in the village. She was the one that made the cupcakes.
Sorry, Matt Damon shot you down like that.
What? No, he didn't. What?
All right.
So, propaganda.
Let me go ahead and
I-
call to order, and
We all
Bob
have-
Bob explains what I explained moments ago.
Yes. Okay. So, who's got an idea for this? Because I feel like I
I
kind
just-
of called it.
I already put mine out there.
Can you say it again? I apologize.
no, you're fine.
I
I
was very
don't-
distracted by
I-
the Matt Damon conversation. I mean,
I
that
am-
didn't happen.
More than happy to pivot and bring that back. We'll walk it back for you, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Let's call to order and see what we can come up with. Please, anybody with any ideas.
I think that we should run a counter propaganda campaign telling the Martians and the citizens of Mars that we are going to fix the climate issue with a solution from our military by producing cooling missiles that we can then shoot in the atmosphere to cool down.
That's easy. Yeah.
That can also be used, if necessary, as a retaliation against
Are
individuals.
you saying?
Reverse
Are you saying
eco-terrorism.
I
or
could?
propaganda?
Are you saying? Hold on. You want us to develop missiles that could A, cool down the atmosphere, which let's face it, it's not hot. B, freeze them?
Yes, because they are used to a hotter climate.
I'm
or
in.
So our professor has.
Wait, no, they're not
Has
used to a
confirmed.
hotter climate. First
That's what
off,
the
don't.
professor
He's
has
not a
confirmed.
scientist. He knows lore.
Oh well, but he studies Martians.
No, he doesn't. He studies their culture. It's not the our planet.
Stop biting.
Fair enough. I still think that it would work on
It's
both
biting
fields.
the heck out of my arm right now.
Who let the professor bring an animal into the?
How'd you get a cat on Mars?
It must be an emotional support animal.
She's my companion animal, and it also keeps the demons away.
That is
Keeps
amazing.
the demons. Who?
Who
All right.
let Professor V bring an animal in here? How did you get a cat on Mars? That was perfect.
I also think we're gonna need agents to spread our message beyond just our news. Toward having a
Well,
story.
again,
Okay.
Generally, I know you have
General Lee's
very
recon team
skilled
is
people.
very
And-
talented in
and-
psyops.
and
That's why we
Lord
used them the
Admiral-
first time.
You would know that we brought cats with us to be able to take care of the rat population that was not foaming upon Mars.
How did the rats get here?
How did the rats get here? There
How
was
did the rats
nothing
get to
here.
America?
I don't know, Jake Jingles. How'd the rats get here?
I feel Jake
I
Jingles
did
is
not
onto
bring the
something
rats
with
with
the.
me. Okay.
I feel Jake Jingles is onto something with the counter propaganda. And as you know, our military is all militia based, so we could use some of my finer men to spread this within the ranks to try to settle the turmoil with all the colonies.
Okay.
It'd be pretty easy. I mean, they
Appreciate your
already were
support.
very successful.
Counter
in-
propaganda with
They were
militia.
very successful in the communication with the original meeting. They are well trained in psyops, which is producing propaganda and within our enemies or
Okay.
other people in general. So
Quick question. We know that this is happening at some point. Do we know how far in the future this is happening?
I will say. Let me see here.
Like, is this
also-
like a next month kind of thing? Is this like a
I
years
will
down the
say
road?
that the
Like, where are we at?
machine.
Oh,
can
if
give
we
us
get
a
start-
ahead
lot.
of it.
I
Yo,
will
if we get ahead of
okay.
this,
Yeah.
that means
Boom.
that it acts them
Boom.
before they can even start something.
Exactly.
So we can claim that we've already seen.
This is how
There's
our
been some
government
warming,
operates.
and we're already.
We can put into effect that, like, hey, we've noticed that this is happening within your world. We have these solutions to be able to fix it. And it's something that we even, like, and as to put a lie, it's like it's something that we noticed, and it was one of the original things that brought us here to Mars from Earth, is to fix the atmosphere to better.
Is everyone's solution to lie?
So the
We're not
solution.
lying.
We're not
We are
lying.
We're not
reducing
lying, we're just
preparatory
fixing.
I will
measures
say
in
that
case
the
we cause
machine
harm.
can give us a rough estimate depending on how well depending on the result of a d6. So
That sounds perfect to me. Yeah, like within 1 to 6 years.
So a 1 is the most vague, a 6 is the exact time.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
All
that's way
right.
better.
All right, here we go.
Who just got a telegram?
Hi.
Oh, sorry.
The
that's
machine.
my pager.
But the machine. So it's with a 5, the machine tells the council that this crisis will strike the general populace of the capital colony and all surrounding areas within a week's standard deviation of 3 months from now.
Oh, okay.
That's plenty of time.
So we have plenty of time to be able
It
to
has narrowed
develop
it
the
down to
missiles.
1 worth of time span 3 months from now, where the height of the crisis will hit and an imminent disaster will come about.
Do we have an idea of the group of people that is spreading the propaganda? Is it randoms? Is it a like an underground party of
Again,
sorts?
I will roll a d6
Okay,
and see
because
if I will roll a
neutralizing
D6
them
if we
might
have
be
an idea.
beneficial.
This is how the Supreme Leader answers these kind of questions is
Sure.
with a d6 roll of one being vague, 6 being specific.
Sure.
All right.
Hi, Supreme Leader.
Oh my god, I got a 6. So
Take
Oh,
them
hot
out.
dice.
I'm like,
Cold missiles straight to their house.
that's really good. In terms of problem solving, that would be a success on my own part. All right, so
Give yourself a die. No.
I will kind of like Bob will kind of go over and just like tap away on the machine. I was not tapping.
You typed on the wrong screen, didn't you?
Yeah. And he will just kind of like type away writing an inquiry. And he will like kind of wait for the machine to tabulate and it comes up. It seems to be an underground movement of Martians. They call themselves the Olympus Mons demonstrators.
Olympus. Like the Olympics?
It's the Olympus Mons.
is the largest mountain on Mars.
Oh,
Largest
okay,
mountain
great.
in
I,
our
Potentially our
galaxy.
solar
I live here,
Alright.
but I don't really pay
Yeah, so-
They
attention.
call themselves the Olympus Mons demonstrators, and it appears that they
Did you guys just meld it off the top of your head?
Yes.
have
Yeah.
increased.
That's impressive.
It's random science fact.
They claim that they have experienced a climactic shift over the course of our trading deals with them, and it appears that they came to this conclusion because they saw a cloud for the first time.
Oh,
They didn't know what it was, and they're afraid that we caused it. So the
Oh, nice.
disaster is that we are building an environment for Mars? Question. And Bob will turn to his counsel and say that with all the confidence of a sheep among the lions. Sheep among the lions? Of a sheep among the wolves.
I mean,
I feel like
It
both
means
are
the
pretty
same
big.
thing
I
at
feel
the
like
end
both
of
are
the
Kind of the
day.
same
pretty big.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. By the way, if you guys checked the Zoom chat, I sent you a picture of the Olympus Mons.
Oh yeah.
It looks like a giant hurricane
Love it.
of dirt. And
Oh,
it's a
wow.
mountain.
so
love that.
right now the only solution that's being put out is
So all right, we
Cold
could
Bobs.
do. No, it's not. We mentioned
It's
these people. This was Jake Jingles' idea, actually, was it not?
yeah,
Yes.
we would refer to this as a environmental stabilizing missile.
do you
Yeah.
really think people are going to believe we're making missiles.
We don't have to call them
the
missiles. We
environment.
can call them.
We could call them atmospheric stabilizing probes.
Also, since we know that there's this group of Olympus, whatever, they got scared of a cloud.
I
We can show them that clouds are not dangerous.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we know that this is happening, can I suggest we just build a big fan and stop any clouds from forming?
No, we can't do that. We need
No.
clouds. We're trying to create atmosphere here that's more.
Keith, I
livable for
understand
us.
that you are
Okay,
new to this
water.
whole thing, but please pick up a science book at some point in time and learn about
Yo,
the circulation of water.
why don't we make a big fan to blow the cloud away?
Let me check my dad's notes and see if there's anything about big fans.
Coming from the guy who said Mars was colder or hotter, whatever.
I found my dad wrote about big fans. I am a big fan of any potato salad not made by Stacy.
I want to give in real life. I just want to give. I feel so bad for that guy, man.
Hey Keith, do you
Yeah?
like your mom's potato salad?
I love it.
Have you ever had any other kind of potato salad?
No.
We should,
All right, that's
we
it.
should make
Fair
some
enough.
other potato
Fair
salad.
enough.
You know,
Fair enough. No, he's fine. He's all right.
Okay.
whole world of
Second-
potato salad out there. Like people put
I-
like celery in their potato salad. Wild.
Wild. Celery. Like the thing with peanut butter?
Yeah, but without the peanut
like
butter.
no peanut butter.
That sounds gross.
Oh wait, that was really judgmental.
Okay. All right.
I was not
All
expecting
right.
that from you,
Back
Keith.
to
I feel
the
left.
environment.
You say that, you didn't catch Keith trying to call you a rat.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
the other thing
Amory.
that we could do is that one, with not creating missiles to be able to fix the environment, but also could explain that the direction in which this world is going is currently in a progressive way that is regulating the environment itself.
And
I'm with
we could even teach them. I don't know if we've done this yet. They don't know how to grow stuff.
We
I haven't
teach them
seen a
about
single plant.
photosynthesis in plants.
We haven't seen a single plant.
How
right?
about this? We start creating a school to better understand
So-
our science
And then we can
theirs.
teach them, and then we can teach them.
Education is a waste of money.
Listen, Jake, no, not if you use it
Education
right.
is just
To
way
no,
more
places
than
smart
listen,
people.
no, listen. I see
Order!
where you're coming from. Hold on,
Bob calls to order the council chambers.
but
He wants to get it straight in his friggin' head
Oh my
before
god,
we
wait,
go
Mars is
forward.
colder than Earth?
So much colder than Earth.
Mars,
Uh,
there's no atmosphere to hold
I
the
thought we
temperature.
already
Yeah.
established
It
this.
looks.
I had to
It
Google.
looks hot.
Yeah,
It looks hot
hot
because
red.
it looks
Because
hot
it's
because the
red.
surface is all iron and all of that is
Yeah.
rusted.
Yeah. So,
So wait, are you telling me that Mars
wants-
is just metal frosted over?
Bob wants to make it so clear what is being proposed right now. So, Jake Jingles proposed a counter propaganda campaign and mind you, this is all under the umbrella of this is going to be propaganda and nothing else.
Right.
About an anti-eco-terrorism missile, whatever you would call the opposite of eco-terrorism.
We would call it an atmosphere stabilizing probe.
Yes.
Yeah,
Propaganda
they're just
about-
eco activists. They haven't done
Yeah.
any terror
Yeah.
yet.
Yes.
They're not
ASAP?
avalanche.
Creating a
ASAP.
missile. Yeah.
Probe, a probe created
A
by
probe.
military grade probe.
Yeah. A military grade probe.
I hope you know military grade is like not good.
Yeah.
Not great at all. No.
It's
That's
awful,
fair.
bro.
Expensive junk.
Jake,
Fair.
Jake doesn't know this. Jake is a chief.
Jake
of
should
receipts.
know this. Jake runs.
No,
receipts.
these are all justified costs, Jake. Don't worry about it.
just my costs.
My gosh, justified cost.
You gotta meet our
So-
quarter quota.
The
Sir.
propaganda is going to claim
Records.
that we as Earthlings are going to build probes to
Sustain.
prove to sustain the quality
Mars
of the
atmosphere.
atmosphere, the
Yes.
Martian atmosphere.
Yes.
Bob will bring up a point in the middle of this. What if they're afraid because the atmosphere we're building is toxic to them?
No, we are
don't
trying
know
to
that.
tell them we are keeping the atmosphere the same.
Yeah.
Corrections. We're making corrections to our actions.
And that's why I also thought that we opened up schools that not to Martians and allow them to learn more upon our education.
you-
And here's the thing: we don't have to teach them the truth, guys. They don't know that.
I am on
That's what I
board
was
for
just
that.
about to ask.
don't have to teach them
Education
the
is
truth.
not a
Have
waste
we-
of money.
Teach them the
It-
truth.
have you? And if you know anything about public education, it's what the government wants you to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there we go. Problem solved.
Uh,
And we
Keith-
don't do free lunches.
I also think General Leesman should go in and take out this small group of people, but that's just me.
Keith,
Nip it in the bud before it gets too big.
Keith pulls down like one of those projector screens and goes, "I've made the first informational video that
Are you
I
doing
would
it with
propose."
a projector that, or not the old school light one we have
Yes.
had in school?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
100%,
love
The
that.
overheads. Yeah.
Yeah,
the overhead
projector. Yes. Oh yes.
And he starts moving slides around it as he's like, "Your world is
Vis-a-vis
going
markers
through
everywhere."
changes. You may experience sweats, growth of body hair."
No, we don't know if they have.
Is
if
one
they
of
go through
them
that
like a picture
cycle.
of Stacy, your mom?
You like
It's just
slipped
the
her a
potato
vest.
salad recipe, really quick. But
I like
and so
it's
he-
flashed there. I'm just like, potato is actually poisonous.
so he
Can we
scrambles
please
all
call
that
this
away.
meeting to recess?
Well,
And I,
so I yes, recess.
Yes.
All right.
This is fun.
we're gonna take. So I believe we're gonna take a small break here
Mhm.
because we've been going for an hour and 45.
Yes.
We're gonna come back in about 5-10 minutes, or whenever we have all of our stuff sorted for the prayer.
We're gonna fill up our
Stick
water.
around,
Please go donate.
In the during the break time, please go check out the donation link in the chat, in the top of the description box, and the top of info box, and help out the children through Extra
Even
Life.
And
if
thank you for watching. You
just
guys are
have a
awesome.
dollar or can spare something, please donate.
Anything.
Anything
It helps tremendously. And we're doing this for kids that need it.
All right.
So please
They really do.
open your heart.
Yeah.
So
All right,
we'll
we'll
be
be right
back
back.
momentarily.
Bye.
Bye bye. Nice.
That's actually
Welcome back,
Sorry
everybody.
again.
Did it get caught on the?
Did anybody hear that?
I mean,
I'm from Christian.
I don't know.
I mean, I heard it, but yeah.
Did it get caught on stream?
Oh, no.
Did it?
Oh no, did it?
Oh no.
Oh
Gotta
well,
wait for
Did
somebody's
anyone
input
hear
on it.
that on stream? The bad word.
Christian already donated, so like swear.
Yeah, I
jars on
donated.
there.
That's
Yeah.
that swear jar donation though, and I'm willing to throw in $1 if I have to.
All right. So
Or I could just
getting back into it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As you may have seen in chat, Hexwood art from Hexwood Creations had to go solve a problem in his house. So for the sake of the game, we will say that General Lee Durr had an emergency call to his from his forward base and had to immediately take up actions there. Slightly unrelated to the current crisis. This is an avoidable crisis in General Lee Durr's individual power. The crisis that we are working towards is different. So, getting back into it, when we went to recess, the initial plan that was put forth was propaganda of, and up on a plan to do this, but propaganda of a environmental stabilization missile being spread
Probe.
throughout the Martian colonies. Put forth by Jake Jingles, Chief of Receipts.
That's a probe, not a missile.
A probe. You're right, probe. You're totally right.
So-
Mind my earthen language. And we had a counterpoint put forth by Professor V that they simply needed to be educated. So we would open up cross-cultural schools for Earthlings and Martians in order to educate the Martian youth.
educate.
Educate. Yeah. This is neither here nor
Collaborate
there
in
whether we're
addition.
educating the truth or yeah. Unless you want to specify an end goal of either educating truth or educating lies.
Oh, pure propaganda.
Pure propaganda. Counter propaganda.
So I need to know where Professor V is sitting with his decision on a scheme to educate.
Oh,
truth
true.
or
This is
lies.
his, this
The
is his
education
idea.
Yes.
I think the professor is very much a education should be open to all and interpreted as such. He is a keeper of lore, so you know,
Then
truth
he-
is what you believe.
Okay.
I don't
All right.
know. No, I'm gonna fucking. Oh,
Deadly, that's one for the swear jar.
that's one for the swear jar.
Oh.
Mark it down.
Dono set
Ugh.
the thing.
He said the thing
You
set him
okay?
off.
Keith.
See-
Oh darn. Oh, this is hard. Now that we're on-
We
Oh,
got
no.
close.
He didn't get the
You got
whole
really
word.
close.
He didn't get the. He's just.
Here, I
hard.
got
Just
you.
roll
I
for
got you.
success.
You just gotta,
Roll D20, see if
whenever you
that's a
want to,
success.
just like raise your hand.
He's judged
Oh, yeah.
himself.
He could have said shoot
Um,
if he wanted to.
I'm trying to think of Keith. What was Keith's voice again? Excuse me.
Morty. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's way more Morty than he used to be, but it's fine. Professor V,
Yes.
are you planning on like telling the truth in this education program?
Oh, I want to teach everything about another thing, whether it's truth, lies, myths, legends, all things.
Okay, but like
It should be a mixture of all of our education,
the facts, though.
of course. But
Big
what
news.
is
The
truly facts?
atmosphere.
Facts is
Yeah,
merely... Keith, do you understand that facts is merely the side of the story that we all agree upon?
That's not true.
Also,
It is.
facts are
It is
made by
very
the
true.
winner. Facts are made by the winner.
Uh-huh.
You guys are talking about history when there's still facts.
I'm
Made
just
by
saying.
the winner.
There wasn't
No.
a fact about gravity until most people believed that gravity existed.
And that guy got
That's not true even more.
Oh my god.
Zoe,
This devolved
my
so
friend.
quickly.
I'm not Zoe, I'm Jake.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Jake Jingles is a dropout of high school.
So fast.
Can I be honest?
love
Professor V is very much the alien guy from.
Oh, he's the. Oh my gosh.
He's just a crazy man that's just like aliens, my guy, and like elder evils, like completely real. And since he's got like the Martians, like I told you.
Keith is going to approach Bob.
Mhm.
Just be like, I want to make it very clear. I'm on the side of education.
Oh.
I am not on Professor V's side.
Education is look. It's up to them to decide what they truly do and don't
It is
believe.
the equal education
We're
of
not
what the
teaching
world and what we teach as well.
Do you want to teach
is
them
exactly that.
science,
Whether
or do
it
you
is-
want to teach them what we say is science?
There is actually no scientific
Science!
evidence that we are
Wait.
actually changing the atmosphere. It is
That's-
merely
They got scared
propaganda.
by a cloud, man.
Keith,
We
We-
teach them what clouds are.
we're teaching them critical thinking skills.
Boom.
They have to figure out what is true in life, just like they'll have to do
You know what, Keith?
in the case of education.
You just focus on teaching them supply and demand.
Mhm.
I am
You know
still
what?
not
Those
on
are
the side of
facts.
education.
Those are
Those are
facts.
facts.
Yes.
Jake, I don't feel like you're learning from this learning opportunity.
Oh, I'm learning so much. I'm learning that finances work very well with the military.
You're right.
Bob, I am on the side of teaching, like, the actual chemical compounds and what's happening in the
That's gonna take too
science-
long. That's gonna take
That's
too
gonna-
long. We just gotta
yes.
tell them what they need to hear.
We need a quick
I-
solution to a situation that
have
may happen
plenty
It
within
took
3
me
months.
2 hours to
I
learn.
have a
Order.
solution.
Order.
King Fisher,
Put it.
chairman of Winter
put
Olympic
forth
Committee.
in order. Yes.
I have a solution to all this.
Okay.
It goes
heard-
along-
Wait,
I've
did you
heard
just call
many
him
solutions
Kingfisher?
today.
Oh, he is
That's his
Kingfisher.
last name.
Sorry.
Yes. So,
That's
going along with what Jake said,
so.
Mhm.
with the probes. Now,
Mhm.
Missiles.
probes are not guaranteed to stay aloft. All right, and we know where their hideout is, do we not?
We have open trade.
I'll make that.
This is like an underground thing. We don't know. They're
Oh.
probably not opening trading with us.
No, they're not. But,
No,
if,
wait,
but we
wait,
have, if we have
wait,
intel,
wait.
we know who
This
they
is
are.
just people creating propaganda that we are fighting against.
Yep. Shh, listen. Okay. I'm not done.
It's not like it's a whole
Keith inputs-
organization. It's just like some
No,
people.
no, it is a
No.
group. No, they
Bob
are a
inputs-
group.
da- da-
They're
da-
an
da-
underground group.
Hubbity. Bob inputs a query into the computer.
Mhm.
He got a 5. So it comes back with. He put in like, what is the location of this resistance's like, what is the location
Home
of
base
the
or whatever,
resistance's
yeah.
hideout or home base? And the computer highlights a perfect border around Olympus Mons. And it's just it's like, you could have got that from the name. Like, it's
All right, that plan's scrapped.
unclear.
My plan's scrapped because that's too much. So my original idea was just to see if probe happens to fall on their hideout. If we nip it in the bud,
Mind you, Jake's plan was also just for propaganda's
Right,
sake,
right.
not actually developing anything,
Oh,
right?
I mean, but we would take the funding.
we would need
or
to do it. No, you gotta.
For
you can't
you'd
just
have to
say it.
show
You gotta have a
evidence
show of
of
force. Yeah,
research
you gotta.
that this could help, and
And let me show
know.
you that it's doing it.
yeah,
so-
and we
so
wouldn't launch them per
So-
se, but
yeah.
we would develop them as a follow up.
It's a facade.
So
yeah.
counter propaganda.
We could also
counter propaganda and military development are two different things in my own mind.
just for the
Well,
proper.
it's not.
but-
It's not military development, Chairman.
The
Can I call you Bob?
military would help the development. It's not necessarily military development.
Can I call you? Can I call you Bob?
Of course you can. We've been living
Bob.
this.
Hi, Bob.
We've been part of
Sir
this.
Bob,
Not you.
he's knighted.
No.
Like looks
Not
at Keith,
Bob.
not you.
We are supporting the people in providing them as public servants,
And,
right?
and listen,
With
Hey,
security
I look at Admiral. I'm
in
like,
their
hey,
environmental situation.
Hmm?
So we will be developing and announcing the development of atmospheric stabilizing probes with the help of our highly advanced military.
and there are so many things that can come of this. Look what NASA originally was just sent to the moon. We got all these. Look where we are now.
We're on Mars.
We're on Mars now. We've come so far from just that's a government agency, given funding.
I thought we
So
got
many
here by
great things
SpaceX.
came from it, like lasers, MRI machines, plenty of other stuff. This could be beneficial for more than just propaganda because we don't need to. We could just tell them what we're doing it for. Is it going to work? We don't know yet, but we
Okay.
can say it is.
Okay.
It's to put their mind at ease about the environment.
Exactly, like we've always
Because
done.
they care, they live in it, right?
I have a follow-up question for Professor V, and then I'm ready to make my decision.
Mm-hmm.
You've been bouncing around answering a question that a couple of us have put forward to you, that the education of your planned schools could be open to interpretation. It could just be an open and will the education be, by that do you mean that the education will be unbiased, or that it'll just be education,
It is a proven
biased or otherwise?
It is a proven fact that when you educate your people, your lifestyle becomes better among each other. Therefore, the fact that others would fight and disagree and have these arguments, such as like weather, climate, or such like that, by giving them this education, we bypass the fact that they may fight and cause this propaganda. Instead, they would be given gratitude through their education to be able to better make decisions and discern that that is untrue, and thus faring more
But
towards
we're-
us and creating a better lifestyle for our people. It
And I
is
agree
only
with you,
positives.
I agree with you, Professor, but there's also the chance that they could simply say the education is moot because it's coming from us.
Then we also ask them for their education, and we mix the two.
I've made my decision.
Wait.
Keith, you have an idea?
Yeah.
Oh, let the boy talk.
Like the gavel's about to come down and it stops.
I have this.
Did
like,
Matt Damon give you
high-
the idea?
Yeah. I know. I called him. He
Yeah,
was like,
we
"You know
know.
what would be a great idea?" What?
What?
So
Keith?
no. So
You're a
do you
trooper,
remember-
Keith.
Do you remember? Thank you. Do you remember when like we would all sit around and watch like Rugrats, and then randomly would go to a commercial break, and you would hear like, "Remember to turn off the lights, kids." That's how we educate. Like we just take like
through
these
edutainment.
edutainment.
So what you're saying is that we implement television.
It's a,
We already
it's a
have
propaganda
culture.
machine.
I
So
assume we already have television.
yes,
Yes, but we
It's a perfect propaganda
implement
machine.
television within
Okay.
their society.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
So-
So essentially, Keith's idea is to make like what is it? PBS, public.
Yep.
Yeah.
Public
Like,
broadcasting.
Yes.
MBS.
MBS, yeah.
MBS.
Yeah, that's Keith's idea.
Service.
Yes.
Martian MBP, MPB, Martian Public Broadcasting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Keith's idea is to do that and have the first things running is be informational on like what are clouds and like what is our ozone layer and shit like that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, three! You just did it again.
You said the word too.
Woo!
75 cents, my guy.
No, it quarter
Oh,
50 cents. I'm up to $1.
Yeah, because he,
Oh,
he
is this
said
actually exponentially
dropped-
compound? I was joking.
Yeah.
No,
he
no,
said
no.
he said the sh word, and then he
He
said
didn't.
the
He
f
said
word
sh-
right after.
No, I mean
no,
earlier. He's only done it 3 times though, and it doesn't
No, no,
actually
no.
exponentially.
No, I'm talking about what
I
he
don't
just
care.
said.
It's fine.
He just did
Yeah.
2.
No, he did
I
2
did
in a
2
row.
back to back.
He had
Yeah.
already done 2, and then he just.
Oh, I
did
thought he
2
only
more.
did 1.
No.
It's fine. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Oh.
that's Keith's idea.
Yes. I say we implement that as well. On top of the schools and the learning.
I mean, that just
We
seems like it goes
could-
along with the education for sure.
We
Yeah,
could
but
also.
I don't want Professor V in charge of it.
Oh, in that case, we could also use that as an opportunity to platform our
No.
hemisphere.
No.
Wait, no, listen. No, hold on, Keith. I see where Jake's going with this, and this could be good.
Think
Because we can
about
show
Earth.
them what we're on the public broadcast. We can
Yeah.
show them our development. It to them
Show
it
them
becomes
a deadly weapon.
No, we're
no,
making
it's
a
not a deadly
probe.
weapon. We're making probes. Listen, I never said anything. Look, I've completely wiped the idea of blowing them off the face of Mars.
Oh my god!
All right,
We
that's
could-
out of my
Can you
mind.
kill somebody with what you're
you know what?
You can kill
Lord
anyone
Ad-
with anything.
Lord
You
Admiral,
can kill people with a
didn't you meet the
television.
Martian lady over in the bar the other day, and you struck it up very well, and I saw that you may have had a thing. They're not the
Listen, what I'm saying is, I like the edutainment, and what we can do with it is we can also show them in the commercials the progress that we are making towards the betterment of this planet.
Think about Earth, right? We messed up the environment there. Then we had to do all this backtracking to save it. We're just getting ahead of the game.
Exactly, we
Never
know what we
once
did
on
wrong
Earth
before.
did we think, you know what we need? Missiles.
No, they're probes.
Ha-
We
do you
pivoted
remember
from
Earth at all?
missiles
That's
to
the
probes.
solution to
I was
everything.
Pivoted.
born
already.
here.
Like, you ever play
Oh.
sports, Kenneth? You ever play baseball with your dad?
No.
Okay, well, in baseball, when you gotta catch the ball, right? If it
Okay.
goes from another direction, you gotta pivot. That's what we did. We went missile, pivot, probe.
So that's still
We're
a
not
ball.
blowing stuff
It's
up.
still
no.
a ball in your hand.
the-
It's still a missile.
No, it's
we're
not.
getting a different. It's
rockets aren't missiles.
It's the difference. It is the difference between
aren't-
the pitcher and the
No,
catcher.
missiles are rockets. Rockets
Oh
aren't
my
missiles.
gosh,
Yes.
I love it.
It is the difference. Listen, it is the difference between that being the pitcher and the catcher.
Yeah.
We are no longer pitching, we are catching.
It's the difference between chocolate ice cream and vanilla ice cream. They're both cake. Or I'm sorry. They're both ice cream. let me
I
walk
need you
that
to
back.
clip that, guys. You gotta clip that. That is so good.
Mine's
They're
not
both
working, I can't
great
clip
with
it.
ice. They're both great with cake, right? But they're different experiences.
They're
Listen,
both
we're not
ice cream.
trying. We're not trying to attack. We're not going to intentionally hurt them.
Intentionally.
Oh,
Things
I'm not
happen,
trying to
man.
intentionally. Yeah,
Things
yeah.
happen, man.
Come to a
Alright.
decision.
I love her,
Keith,
not
yeah,
a
I was gonna say
fire.
Keith looks at Bob and just like, I'm doing this on my own. I don't
Well,
trust anybody else
okay.
working with my education.
I want to
system.
take his idea and make
Well-
it better.
Yes. No, dibs.
Get out. Go call Matt Damon.
Bob
I
looks
feel like Keith
to
is too young to be at this table
Bob
right now.
looks to the council room in
Damn.
front of him.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
have 4 different solutions in front of me.
Listen, if I
I'm
could.
going to give merit to 2 of them.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna really quickly go over this one more time.
I just
Professor
want to make it
V.
very clear that I
Yes.
was in favor of the PBS thing.
Yeah.
Just also only if it shows the development of the
The myth
pros.
of the probes.
Listen, I have 4 different ideas
Almost said
set
missile again.
before me. Let me give you what they are, and
Cake.
you stop me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Stop me if I'm wrong.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Professor V
Yes.
wants to create schools,
Mm-hmm.
cross-cultural schools, to
Mhm.
educate the Martians and the Earthlings side by side about the issues.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not this is a climate issue or not, the education is the focus of the schools,
Mm-hmm.
and that education can go both.
Yes.
Jingles wants to implement propaganda to develop a probe so that the Martian public's mind is steadied on the idea of there being a disaster in the first place.
Yeah, but to tell them that we're ahead of the game.
Yeah, tell them that we are ahead of the game with the propaganda. Amory's idea is to further develop those probes and have it broadcast
Through the propaganda. It's kind of like I agree with both
Yeah.
Keith and Jake. Just
Mhm.
let me help.
The true politician.
And
I'm also not
Keith-
against. Oh, I'm playing it hard, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And Keith wants to open up a Martian public broadcast to educate the people of Mars through entertainment, like it's broadcast by Earthlings.
I'd hire Martians too.
Yes,
He's not racist.
I believe you. Two of you want to educate the Martian public, and two of you just want to keep the Martian public suppressed.
Mhm.
Not suppressed. Happy. Suppressed is such a bad
Use
word.
whatever term you'd like.
Missile.
We do have
Rocket.
a high. Yeah. we do have a higher power to answer to in all of this, and that is the people back on Earth. We
They don't care
wanna
about
show
us.
them. We want to show them, and I look back at the document, and we are a cabinet, but to a greater power. Yeah.
It's not even a
Oh,
cabinet.
That's true. That's true.
So we want to prove to the people back on Earth that we can make good relations with the Martian people.
I want to prove to them.
And I believe that the education would give off such a better image. I'm not saying no outright to the counter propaganda. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to give one to Jake Jingles. I want to give one to Lord Amory to develop the tech. And I want to give one to Professor V to coexist with the two plans, and whichever one comes to fruition, we can work on this together. Let's just nip this thing in the bud with the education first, and then we'll see if we have to spread the propaganda afterwards. So here's what I want
Seems
to
fair.
here's what I want to happen. I want Professor V to roll his problem-solving die first,
Mhm.
and then we'll see if the other two resource dies can be rolled and can be pocketed or discarded.
All right.
So Dono,
But wait,
You
question.
yes.
Before we continue, if we don't get to roll, do we still get a chance to pocket?
No, you guys get to roll. I'm just
Oh,
saying
okay.
that
I see.
you
I
guys
see.
get to roll.
I see.
I'm
Okay.
just
Okay.
saying it-
I was like, I don't want to just lose my money because I didn't get to spend
Alright.
it. It's not my fault.
I'm rolling on the hexwood dice tray.
Yes.
Woo!
Plug.
3, 2.
Uh-oh, that face.
It fails, but I get to pocket the die.
So what did you get?
I got a 4.
Okay. So describe your plan of implementation of a cross-cultural Martian Earthling educational
I
system.
think it is implemented. It just the people aren't 100% ready for it right
Well
away.
received.
No
And
Martian shows
it
up.
does
Yeah.
You basically built a school and only the Earthlings showed up.
like I think there was like 1 or 2 Martians that showed up, and so it wasn't as much of a problem. So it's just in its beginning states.
That's
Therefore,
fair.
it hasn't like completely taken off. It's definitely more of a long-term goal.
Oh,
Yeah, because I mean that would make
Um,
sense. How are they going to know the education's any good unless they have some?
So they've sent off maybe 1 or 2 students to actually be able to participate
Okay.
and such, and then come back. I will say that maybe the actual humans haven't been very good about not doing propaganda. So, like, there starts to stir.
About 2 months pass, and the education system is proving to be a little bit less fruitful than first thought. So now I want simultaneously, if you want, or one after the other if you want, Jake Jingles to roll their resource die, and then Amory to roll their resource die.
I went ahead and rolled.
Okay, go ahead, Jake.
What'd you get?
Oh boy.
Go ahead, Jake.
But I got a 6.
Hey!
Oh my god!
I got
That's why I
10.
smiled. I was like, I feel
I
very
got
proud
10. I
of
got a
myself
6 and
right
a 4.
now.
Oh, you
only
rolled
have
your
one
other
die.
resource die too?
Oh.
I rolled them both,
Oh.
and I got a 6 and a 4. Oh, I'm the military, baby. We're making money.
Am I allowed to? Oh, so I'm allowed to roll my resource die if I want to.
If you want to
Or
go behind my
not.
back,
Yeah, you might lose it. If you get below a 4, you're gonna lose it.
yeah. If you get below 4, you'll lose that.
Oh,
resource
you know
die.
what? Yeah, because you know what? He can still
His
try. He
eyes
just doesn't
got
have any
so-
funding. You
Yeah,
lost.
I
it,
just
didn't
haven't given him any more.
You lost it, didn't you?
Be honest.
Keith.
Did
got
you
a
get a
6?
6?
So,
What?
Roll
So,
a fucking 6.
all right,
What?
Keith,
$2.
Keith,
$2.
Keith,
Here's what I think happens.
Keith.
We catch wind. Emery, you and I catch wind that Keith
Yes!
is doing something behind tables, and we go to Keith and we go like, Keith, we have already started our propaganda. It's working.
I'm doing
If you
development.
give
This
us,
is going great.
if you give us 2 commercials, we will also promote your show
Boom.
in our propaganda.
I'm not doing propaganda. I'm just
also come to
developing
the
a program. I
table
will
and
put
be
your
like,
channel on my rockets.
I will also come to the table and be like,
Probes.
I need the school to be better working, and it seems like it's a small, slowly, coming of age type of thing. I believe that your channel would help, especially if I were able to bring the few students of Martians into it and create something where they can speak on their education.
So, first things first, the rules state very clear that players can give resource dies to each other.
We can.
Keith doing this by himself behind
Yeah.
the back of Bob.
Oh, you're trying to negotiate.
Yeah, y'all aren't, because he did this with his own resources.
Sure.
If you want ad time, if you want time on it, resources.
Quite quite frankly, I'm successful with or without you.
You are, yes. And so is Zoe.
Yes.
So Professor V is the only one who might want to give
Damn.
up resources to
I'm not giving
Professor
up
V.
anything.
Professor V.
Military doesn't donate money. Are you kidding me?
as GM, not leader, like actual GM,
Mm-hmm.
would me passing and then Professor V giving me resources change the school's outcome?
No,
Okay.
the schools are still.
So then
the
there's
time
really-
has
yeah.
already passed on the schools.
Yeah, it's been 3 months
Yeah.
since then.
Okay.
It's been. I'm gonna say it's been 2 because the
2 months, okay.
disaster was in 3.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, here's what I
talking
want to happen. I want Jake Jingles and Amory to describe, because both of you were successful. Okay, Amory,
Yes.
you rolled a 6 and a 4
Yes.
using your previous resource die. You
Yeah,
rolled
my
a 6.
previous resource die was the 6, and then I rolled a 4 as well.
was the 6.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. So I will.
Either way, I get to keep them. That's all I care about.
Yeah, you get to keep both the 4. Yeah, pulling from existing resources. I'll say that the flavor wise, Bob oversees the like Amory approaches Bob with the plan B that he approved. Like, and Bob oversees Amory basically pulling from resources that already existed to like combine it together into something that actually resembles what the propaganda is espousing. And the propaganda being successful. So the surface of Mars. Oh boy. Okay.
I hope you know I have a plan for the long game with this.
All right. No,
Can I-
yeah. With the successes, Bob is still sitting at the top of the chamber. But Jake Jingles and Lord Amory, you can describe what you guys do with your propaganda and your like development, and then Keith can describe his successful development behind Bob's back, but successful development nonetheless of an MPB, a Martian Public Broadcast, and what that does.
So, if we keep a die, is it like we invested and then took some of the winnings, like of the?
Yes.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
It's
straight up
resource
embezzlement.
die- when
Yeah.
you are pocketed,
Great.
when you pocket a die,
It's
it represents
investing.
legally amassed money.
Not embezzle.
They can change hands.
This is
between
legal
three-
money.
Yeah.
It's not embezzlement.
It's departmental investments.
Yes.
Oh. Jake, I would like you to go first so that I can play off of what you wanted as your goal.
So the first step is I talk to General Lee, of course, having that connection now for the militia. I reach out to General Lee and I'm like, hey, so people are gonna start getting mad at us for the environment. Go figure, always happens. It's human and apparently Martian nature to care about the world they live on. Who'd have thought? We, myself and Mr. Admiral the Admiral, are developing a probe to negate the fear of further climate catastrophe, such as clouds, which was a very specific thing that we've heard was going to be an issue. As a part of that, we need to tell the people that this is happening. So I think a great move would be, we can't print more money, obviously. What we can do is give out food vouchers with the information about the probes and about the climate crisis on them. And in order to get your voucher, you have to like tell the person at the counter for your food what the probe is and what it's supposed to do. It's like an education to get a free meal kind of thing, you know?
I would just like to point out that there's no point system in benefiting our branches that 100% benefits the microeconomy of Keith.
I don't care if it benefits your microeconomy. I'm just trying to get my agenda pushed. And if that results in me spending some of my budget to get free food for people to pay attention, that's what I gotta do, you know? Full bellies, full hearts. Don't think about the probes that we're developing for arms.
They're not for arms.
For open arms, open arms.
Oh, right. So, to go along with that, yeah, we developed probes that can alter. There was a movie with not Hugh Jackman.
Matt Damon.
No. That's good though. Gerard Butler. Geostorm or something like that. Anyway, they have it where they climate control it with a whole bunch of probes. They have this weird like net around Earth. It's really cool. It's a good movie. Look it up. It's on HBO Max.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, this thing has terrible ratings.
No, it's honestly not a bad movie, dude. It's really like it's cool.
Okay,
it's a cool idea.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
one of
take your word
those
for it.
things
Yeah.
where like people actually like it. It's just critics didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's a cool movie. It's not bad at all.
The concept's
For
there.
chat, just so chat knows, it's a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't care about Rotten
I have
Tomatoes.
seen 17. Like I have seen
Wow,
less than
okay.
10% movies that were like excellent. You know?
I want you to name one. I call bull.
Black
Less
Dynamite.
than 10%. I bet Black Dynamite has more.
I don't
than
know
10%.
what it
know
was.
this is
I don't know what it
completely
was
off
when it came out. But anyway, that's beside the point. It's not a bad movie. It's a cool premise. It's a little over the top. Science is wrong, but whatever. It's a cool idea.
Anyway,
Anyway, yeah, I'm getting there. So we developed these probes that can, do what we need to do to adjust to climate. And in turn, we developed ICBMs because we had to get it around the planet.
oh boy.
It was all for the means of protecting
It does
the
use
environment.
and it does use a lot of nuclear technology, which is where we're well into that at this point in age, at 120 years in the future, hopefully. So yeah, and yeah, worked alongside with the propaganda. Plenty of it's very the probes, the information on the probes is dangerously open source. It is out there. Like this is how we made it. The only thing they don't have is the exact percentages of certain things, right? but like this is what we did to make it work. You can double check it yourself and try to do it yourself and see what happens. But just how they're actually manipulating the climate and not
Everything else.
shooting around the planet.
Yeah.
But yeah, almost got in the swear jar there, by the way.
Okay.
Almost.
Okay. And last but not least, Keith.
Yeah, so Keith, and having this weird influx of a lot of people like buying food locally at like the chain restaurants and whatnot that are slowly popping up, as no in part to Jake Jingles and his brain, because that would be horrifying. He is able to just like start this little TV network, and he calls all the kids that watch it the little Mars rovers, the little rovers of Mars. So the network is making all rovers smart. Mars. And it,
That's really
Does
cute.
yeah, that is really cute. Do you also do it where it's funded by the people?
yes. So it is very much like a self-funded thing.
By the way,
Yes.
the reason I think another flavorfully like the reason this works so well in this specific case is that Earthlings are already trying to watch TV,
Yes.
but the signal is so latent from Mars to Earth that they're getting like shows days after they happen.
Yep.
Like it's and the signal is so bad. The fact that you've set up public broadcast on Mars, like zero latency, everybody can watch it like in time, like that's brilliant.
Yeah, and so he just keeps
It's a
like
good idea, yeah.
hiring a bunch of different people, a bunch of Martians and humans, of just like teaching people like what clouds are and like, the changes that are happening to the atmosphere as humans are here, and what's safe and what we have to look out for, and like genuine, really like informational, trying to be like as in front of any misinformation that there is, of just like here are the facts, and just for flavor, every like we'll say Thursday night there is an hour block of just a cooking show with his mother.
I love you for that. That makes me so happy.
still
that you
doing
just
this
She
did-
show?
only makes potato salad.
That makes me so and cake.
And cake.
But,
It is
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
ice cream.
like it's
But it's not an
cake,
ice
and
cream
it's like
cake.
cold and circled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he's just doing his best to try to educate people on like kind of like, hey, you might hear some things about like clouds are dangerous, and like here's what they are, and like they're not really dangerous. And I also think part of the reason this works so well is Keith is learning all this shit too. Of when people
Another
are in
one.
the studio to film, he's just like, wait,
Another-
what?
Another
Oh,
one. in the-
I
in the
did say
jar.
that. Yep.
Why?
At this point, I'm probably just gonna donate at like Monday stream because I'm gonna probably wrap them up.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. I managed to slip one in too, so I'm at 50 cents.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I'm doing
Man,
pretty
it's
good.
so hard
I'm
to
still
catch
only
up.
at 25.
I'm
I'm-
so proud of myself.
Me too.
I've never had
I
so
went-
much pride.
I went "Duh," and then I just switched it to another word completely that had nothing
Yep.
to do with a swear. Just change the subject.
I was not able to switch it.
Well, luckily I have a stutter sometimes, and that's what happened is I stuttered on the word.
Oh, that's perfect.
So I was able to stop myself. Awesome. So
So yeah.
convenient.
All right.
Can I have like? Are we doing like segue parts again?
So let me go ahead and yeah. The third month comes. The propagandists from the Olympus Mons demonstrators begin to hit the streets. There are flyers. Word of mouth spreads. However, due to the education of the Earthlings and the Martians through MPB, Martian Public Broadcasting, as well as the shaky stature of the cross-cultural schools implemented outside in branching colonies. But most helpfully of all, like Bob hears about MPB being put into action even when he didn't
provide
directly give any
funding.
funding, and he sees just how good it is after the fact, and he's just like, oh, I Wait. Hold on. Oh, come on. Please let this work. I can't believe I should have trusted Keith. And here, a reconvening point.
We get it. You don't have to keep saying it.
Shush. I had a little. It may not have been just water.
You don't have to keep saying it. Wow, dude. Rude.
The week
Thanks.
of the height of the crisis comes and goes with no dire side effects. And as it turns out, the cloud that the Olympus Mons demonstrators saw was not
Blown
a
away
fluke.
by a big fan.
It was a
No,
cloud.
It was not a fluke, because more smaller clouds begin to appear above the capital colony. As more trade routes, as more crafts are going back and forth between.
Oh
did
no,
he
we
freeze?
lost him.
Oh no.
Lost.
Well, the only reason we're getting so many clouds,
the
in all honesty,
cross-
is because we keep on Putin.
That's the next problem.
Hey, he's
you're
back.
back.
Hi, Dibby.
Hi, Debbie. How's it going?
Holy!
Oh no, he's gone
When
again.
did- what?
Oh, there he
You're
is. Hi.
Welcome back.
He's back again. You keep freezing.
Am I back?
You're
Am I
back.
actually
Alright.
back?
You're
Yeah.
actually a
You're
lot
back.
better than you were before. So
Mm-hmm.
What the? Heck?
back and better
Heck.
than ever.
What
What
point
the
did you guys
hey,
start
hey?
losing me?
Just about 5 seconds ago.
Trade. You said trade.
Yes.
Okay, as more trade routes begin to crisscross their way across the Martian surface, more clouds begin to slowly appear above the capital colony. But through the successful implementation of the counter, through the successful implementation of the counter propaganda put forth by Jake Jingles and Lord Amory, as well as the MPB doing so well, Martians are no longer concerned with the state of their atmosphere. They believe, actually, a large portion of them believe that this is a good step forward. The Martians who did go to the school system that Professor V implemented they are spreading good word. The education appears to be working for those who actually want to go. It's just a widespread failure because not a lot of people want to go. It's kind of just docile. And I was actually looking at our time, and I wanted to go
Good.
ahead and start sundowning a little bit if I could, because this has been 3 hours already, and we stole an hour and a half yesterday. I'm not gonna go over 3 today. So I will.
It didn't even feel like it's been that long. Wow.
No, this
Yeah.
was so
We've
much
only
fun.
done
Relax.
2 situations, my guy.
Yeah.
We talk a lot.
Yeah, we do.
We
Yeah.
do,
That
and
is
also
also
there's a lot
true.
of people.
Yeah.
Also, we all like agree to do the same similar stuff, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
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 So
It was a maniacal scheme waiting to have it.
as
I was
time
about to
passes,
ask you if
Oh,
you
let him
wanted to
finish,
get Professor V to
Yeah.
like send internship people to help them build the probes.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
my next. I was like, let's get V on our
I
side.
would have
So-
accepted that all day.
I'm gonna real quick before we wrap this up. I'm gonna roll something, and if I succeed, it happens. If not, no worries.
You need a 6 to succeed. Go
Oh.
ahead.
Nope, it's a 1. It
Okay.
it fails. completely.
Wow.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
So I lost that die.
Oh wow.
What was the solution to anything? Does that really?
Yeah.
Were you just spending your resources for nothing?
I mean, it was a solution from my side.
Oh. Try to implement Common Core.
all right. Let's
I much
do
prefer,
the
like,
sun.
90
Core,
plus
metal
5
core.
plus 500 plus.
Let's do the sundown thingy, my guy.
All right. So
Da.
time passes. The Martian Revolution lock allows the dark side of Mars and the light side of Mars totally different climates to each other, but with the Martians and the Earthlings coming to agreements about each other through the implementation of the original solutions to the problems. That was a lot of synergistic speak. The Martians and the humans come to a tentative peace agreement between each other. The Martians allow the humans to come to the light side of Mars when their side becomes the dark side. And they learn more about Martian culture. They learn about the thriving populace of Mars, living underneath the surface using the nitrogen-enriched soil as an alternative fuel source. They learn about the history of Mars and Martians, hiding under the surface, sending subtle messages to the humans in the way of faces to activate the pareidolia of the humans on Earth, to spark curiosity. The Martians have always wanted to be found. They just weren't sure what was going to happen as soon as they were, which is why they initially responded with their imminent threat of invasion. The education brought upon by the public broadcasting and the schools do eventually catch on, but it takes a couple of years. And over time, Martians and humans begin to coexist. The Martians find out that the humans are living under a big old dome because of the atmosphere. But the humans find out that the atmosphere they're creating is not only not toxic to Martians, but is also habitable without the dome. In 10 years' time, the first human steps outside of the dome without a protective suit and lives for an extended period of time. And eventually, terraforming is set into place where Mars looks more and more like home every day. And it was all thanks to this council of a bunch. Damn, no, I didn't have my thing pulled up. And it was all thanks to this council filled with a bunch of idiots. And that, my friends, is how you play Psychic Sycophants.
It's a good game.
It's a
lot
good
of
game.
It's fun.
It's a lot of
It's
fun.
very so
fun.
much
If you like to
fun.
talk, if you like to argue, if you like to create solutions to problems that don't exist, I 100% recommend giving this system a try.
This is definitely something that we should play again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is
I would like to
great.
play this as part of like a drinking event.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Alright,
this would be
yeah,
so much
yeah,
fun if I
yeah.
got like
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's recorded, but yeah, you know. Kid show. Hey, drink water.
Drink
Yeah,
water. Drink water.
Gatorade.
Drink tea.
H2O.
Milk.
All right, Patrick, calm
Soda.
down.
Maybe nuts.
Oh, is that a swear jar for me?
I want to go ahead
Oh,
and
no.
give a quick
That
shout
count?
out to
Be honest, yep.
Meister Emsky on Reddit for creating this system.
Yes.
They have done an amazing job, and it is, you know, it's just fun. It's
Yeah.
just fun. So, guys, thank you so much to the. We came into this thing with 100. I believe we came into this thing with 100,
Like
and
20.
we are leaving today with 176.
Fantastic.
So,
Thank you so
There we
much,
go.
everybody.
Raised- we
we
came into today with 130, and we're leaving with 176. Thank you so much to the people who
Wow,
have
thank you
donated.
guys.
Dippy's mom, you're the
Uh,
best.
His mom has got
Got
it
it
going on.
going
on.
All right.
So that'll
Eric?
bring our second episode of our fall initiative to a subtle close. Closing thoughts, anyone?
Remember, love each other.
Don't feed into the military-industrial complex.
Woo! Yeah!
That's coming from a veteran. Take it seriously.
Oh,
but-
perfect.
Don't listen
this-
to propaganda.
Yeah.
Or do you? This is America.
Listen to propaganda and be able to withstand it.
hmm
Oh, that works. too.
Communicate with one another. Have fun. Chat.
And
argue
be
about
well-
things that don't matter. Like a
Yeah,
good friend
and-
of mine has ever recommended.
and read.
The
Yeah.
good friend of yours who is sitting in this call right now.
And,
I
and-
wanted to
and
make
read.
it subtle. Thank you very much.
Definitely read. Read
Yeah,
a lot.
definitely
Be well
read.
read.
Yeah. Or
This
get
has
read
all
too.
just been for fun and games. Politics is something that I have never wanted to even come close to touching, but this has made it very fun.
It was a
I'm-
fun politics.
Yeah, it was
'Cause
fun
It
politics,
wasn't
not
party
scary
politics. It
yeah.
was real
wasn't-
politics.
Yeah, it wasn't scary politics.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I am slightly sad that I didn't get to argue to bring back Cthulhu from the Dark
You
Web.
could have
Well,
at
you
any
know, if
point.
you
No,
at
hadn't
any
known,
point
I
you
thought
could
we
have.
were
It
going to
just
get
didn't
more out of
work
the
on
box than we
Mars.
ended up being. I thought we were going to get more out of the box than we ended up being, but what we there's a lot of success.
We just
so-
went
we
through.
hadn't
We just
been
went
on
through the
Mars.
history of making America. That was it.
I mean, really, no, but we
Yeah.
did it the right way.
Yeah.
It almost went the real way.
It bordered bad for a
If
couple
you let me
of
do it
gosh.
the way I
times.
was going to do it, it would have been American
All right.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this
That
up,
is
shall we?
Alexander
I hate
Hamilton.
to admit it, but
All right.
So please go support Please support Extra Life for the rest of your weekend. I myself am personally just going to go ahead and say this. I'm out for the rest of the weekend. I'm going to show up at the DM roundtable on Monday if you want to catch me again. But y'all better support the kids at Extra
Yes.
Life
do it for the
because
children.
this is important. We're
Do it for
getting
the
there.
kids.
It's slow right now. It's
Do it for
slow
the
and steady,
kids.
but we're gonna get it.
Yeah, it's going
So
well.
thank you so much to all my players. Thank you, players.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And as always, until next time, your adventure matters and roll for
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.